So one of the biggest downsides of confirming off of a jam session becomes not that much of a problem. But I fear that if Dormammu gets set up, that this team is going to have a hard time stopping him from being set up. Especially with that plasma beam backing him to just like give him access to bonus hands and things. Oh, getting in there, and the air S connects on a trade. Magneto is injured, but this time it looks like injured is going to become dead. Really good jump H there by Valkyrie getting the confirm. This is going to be the end of Magneto. Dormammu coming in, just backing off. How do you feel about that backing off it on the incoming mix-up? Definitely not what I see out of most big bodies.
I think specifically with the Dante, you want to do that because Dormammu's plan of leaving is pretty predictable. So you hang back, call the jam, and then go back in. You can often catch him in his very tall, flanky form, but that said, once you let him free, the spells are the thing that Hulk really does not have a great tool to deal with.
Oh, but he's going to trade here. Oh, goes into the crush. This is going to get up. The X Factor gets used, but Dante providing that safe DHC makes everything better. Having access to Devil Trigger next is nice for any character. Just goes for the Chaotic Flame. Even though they blocked it, still took a pretty big chunk of damage from that X Factor 2 impact.
There's also a bit of a theory around trying to scare players who run drones into not calling Sentinel as often if they think you're looking for it. Conditioning is always a big part, even in a game like Marvel.
Especially in a game like Marvel. Oh, it looks like Dante's bleeding here. Tags back into the Hulk. And now manages to get out of the corner. Going to go into Gamma Crush. Oh no, they could have gone into $1 million and then killed Dormammu. Dormammu does not get to do stuff out of Flame Carpet. If you see him putting it down, could have gone the crush into $1 million X Factor, kill the character, but instead has to fight again. I like the use of Gamma Wave, especially as Dr. Doom, the assist, just getting cooked a little back there by a couple. But now Hulk is in a very scary situation and is at that pixel of life. Rushes and the DHC's in there. Nice throw on landing. Oh no, but missed the plasma beam pickup with that. No super jump off of the launch. But there's a super jump off of this launch, going to do a decent amount of damage, but Sentinel's still alive. How do you think they're going to use their X?
I think they're waiting for that, like a hard drive into X Factor reaction.
Trying to get in there. Oh, got the rocket punch after Dorm whipped his 2M. This is looking very possible for either player at this point. Oh my gosh, the life lead has changed with just a second, and in 9 hits took out almost all of Doom. And then the Gamma Crush to finish it off. And with that, Valkyrie going up the first game up against Incla. With that Joe Fixit coming in. Let's see, taking a moment to think about it on the win. Sometimes even on the win, you're like, dang, that was some adrenaline. I felt the closeness of that match. What can I do to make that less close next time? Get out of the scary situations. Oh snap, I see some support coming from all the way across the pond. Glass coming out, also late at... Wait, is it 3 a.m. for Glass? Glass coming out, some connection issues, that can be a challenge. 1 a.m., sorry. Okay, and it looks like this is going to be an opportunity. Magneto's backed into the corner, got the hit, but didn't have the confirm. But Gamma Charge is going to get through there. Doesn't have the confirm off of their X Factor, however. Magneto running away. I love when I see players see someone else activate X Factor, and then they're like, you know what would be a great decision? Being on the opposite side of the screen. I just love it when people are reasonable to do that, but looks like Incla doesn't care about the MS doing the Magneto combo, killing off Hulk, and now has the Stalking Flare on screen, going to get the Flame Carpet out. What do they do? Oh no Flame Carpet. Instead, just get hands, not trying to set up unblockables or anything, instead going for setup for the Doom form.
Wow, condition.
The tri-jump is scary, and with that, Dante knocked into the corner. There's plenty of meter on both players' teams, but this is looking like Sentinel has a lot of work to do. He has no X Factor, but he has 5 meters. He's able to loop his hard drives if he needs to, but that's going to be a lot of resources spent for only moderate damage gain, is going to need a good hit, and it looks like Incla is moving forward, gets the hit on Sentinel. This is looking like the end of the robot, and with that, it is going to be... Oh, Shockwave into Chaotic Flame, okay. And with that, Incla ties it up 1-1.
I think minor adjustments, we're seeing just a little bit more positioning on the classic beam and double beam positions. Makes it really hard for Hulk to get anything moving, forces him to the far side of the screen just like that, and builds just a lot of bar.
Okay. But at this point, the Plasma Beam into Confirm has been working out for Incla. It's one of the things that Plasma Beam's hits are very close together, unlike Light Disruptor. So Hulk can't armor through it and has just been pressuring with that. Goes into the Gravity Squeeze to kill off the first Heavy. Dante's going to come in. Either X-Factor is going to need to be used if he wants to kill Dante in this situation, though, and immediately does so. How do you feel about the immediate X in order to get rid of the second character and leave solo Sentinel all by himself?
I think that's perfectly reasonable. You needed to get back a lot of resources, but once you have resources in this matchup, even in X-Factor, Sentinel has to completely hold defense. Because Team Hyper Shockwave, Team anything will completely stop this momentum, and he's just not fast enough to keep getting back in when you keep pushing him back out like this.
And with that, gets the hit. Sentinel does not have enough life to handle this. This is going to be at least a level 1 into level 3. Goes initially with the Gravity Squeeze, gonna do tons of damage. Is it going to be enough?
Oh.
Decides to go with the Shockwave follow-up, and with that, Incla takes the second game, trying to get this to this finale. But let's see if Valkyrabu has some adjustments to make, because in that first game, they were able to take it despite having some connection issues. See if they just need to make some adjustments in order to get in here, and that's how you make the adjustments. Oh no! They made the adjustment, but then didn't get rewarded for it. I'm so sorry, Valkyrabu. That's the worst. You were smart enough to get the correct decision, but then your hands did not follow your lead.
The solution is the hot chip mixed up. Just be as spicy and aggressive as possible, and think of nothing else. You can tell that almost worked.
Oh, the jam session almost got the super jump as confirmed. Good stuff, but not quite. And because of that, this is going to be the end of Hulk. We've seen that Incla is very willing to invest resources in killing off this character. Okay, that is going to be a Stalking Flare confirm. Is it going to also allow him to get hands? How many hands available? All of them.
Oh, that's cheap. Couldn't get any more because no OTG, but look how much bar you build.
I think could have gone Shockwave into Chaotic Flame if they wanted to get Dante down to like 20%, but didn't want to do a use of meter that wouldn't kill. Oh, the X-Factor there after the mistaken crossover counter. Oh no, gets the grounded Plasma Storm. I don't think that's what was intended, but really great job. Are we sure Incla's playing all the way from across the pond? Because they just timed it to make sure they didn't get hit by the last part of Plasma Storm, but did get in with their Air Dash Magnetic Blast.
All British and our affiliated players just have a little supercharger that injects Yorkshire tea directly into their bloodstream. It's quite the stimulant boost.
And also, I'm sure playing against some of the Sentinels in the UK, like Glass, may give them practice in the matchup, knowing exactly how to approach it. But with that, Incla taking the first set of our evening after those amazing exhibitions we had earlier.
Expert Dots has been inspired since Ratio and is picking up a new team, and I'm excited to see if they'll play. It looks like they were hovering over Rocket Raccoon. But even with the Dante Strange, they're quite the menace in neutral. So, Isisera, what do you think is going to be the key in this Joe versus Zero matchup?
I think that managing durability is going to be very important, because if you have a Boom and you have Bolts, or you have a Boom plus Jam session, you could interact relatively favorably, but if level 3 Buster is just going against a single Boomerang, things are going to be bad. So if they could get control of the ground and keep Zero from getting started, it can be pretty effective, and so far has done a great job of taking the first quarter of Zero's life, but then not playing quite defensively enough to avoid that hit. And because of that, I think this is going to be the end of Joe. He does have 950k, so that is going to at least make Zero use. I think he's going to need to do a follow-up as the Sogenmu ends, but it still only needs 1 meter. Dante on incoming here isn't going to make it, but that means that Zero doing the damage This is going to take 1 meter again, but Doctor Strange left with a ton of meter because absolutely none of it's been used. Oh no, Doctor Strange snapped in. How do you feel about that snap, Wizard Tim?
I mean, if you perfectly get Strange, it's fine, but like leaving Jam Session alive just doesn't sound like it's worth it in my book.
And now it's terrifying because there's mix-ups of like that could hit but didn't quite get the confirm off of it. Eyes happening. Is it going to head off in that direction? No. But hits with the Flames of the Faultine. It never gets to the Grace of Hoggoth, so it doesn't have the additional hit stun. Oh, this is going to knock down. But now Virgil has the pressure in the corner. Oh, nice tag. Dante manages to get hit by that one missile, and because of that gets to play. And in there playing, hits Virgil, but doesn't get the kill on him.
Airplay? Oh, that's not going to cover.
Oh, and now there's scariness because missiles are coming out. What is Dante gonna do? He has no X Factor but has plenty of meter.
Jam Session's up. Defensive options available. Yeah, Vortex. Just going to air escape out of all that pressure. But too much pressure.
Oh, but it's still alive. And is at the point where Virgil's injured enough that he could kill him in one hit. And then Dr. Doom with the level 3 should be able to die. So let's see. Oh, activates the Devil Trigger. It's a Thunderbolt, but let's see, it ends up getting all these little hits. Let's see what they do with them. No, did not get the confirm off of Vortex. So many small hits that are quite important, but not turning them quite into what they need to be. Virgil gets the Spiral Swords activation.
It actually hit!
Airplay. Ooh, and the Thunderbolt kills. This is possible, but there's not that much time left on the clock, and Dante will need to reset because he can't just kill Doom off of a hit, but that could be it. I think this is actually going to potentially be enough depending on the timing. Oh no! Went for it after they already used their bounce.
Okay, just looking for the checkmate here. Dante doesn't have to kill if they can get the life lead, but not this time. Great defensive aerial.
Very nice stuff. And with that first game, let's see if Dots makes the adjustment. Gets pressure right at the beginning. Ooh. Zero had been a problem last time, but this time the confirms on him. Okay, slow down mix-up. What's coming? Overhead? No, the low, and now Zero will die.
Best kind of super is the one where you build some bar back just using it.
It is pretty nice. Dr. Doom managed to get out, but after getting out initially is going to need to deal with more things. Throwing lots of photons at the top of the screen. Let's see. Dots just seems to try and get some projectiles out back on the ground when Doom gets back down there. But that plasma beam clearing out all the nonsense, and now the rapid slash letting the confirm happen for a dead Joe. Joe is healthy, so there will be a decent amount of resources that need to be used. Probably going to need to go into Spiral Swords, and then it's Virgil for the incoming mix-up as well. That's looking pretty favorable against the other Sparta brother. No, that was a very strange thing. Didn't throw out anything, just got to the opposite side of the screen. Oh,
gets caught.
With the judgment. And, doesn't quite confirm the back end of Swords, lost their hitbox, but immediately hits afterwards. This is looking very scary for Dots. They're going to lose their Dante. It's all up to Doctor Strange again. Has plenty of meter, and there's very little meter. Oh, but this is looking like the end. Doctor Strange doesn't have enough life to survive X Factor Virgil, and with that, this is going to be another game down. Do you think Dots can make the comeback? Is this going to be real?
I think it's very possible, but this is going to require a very quick download and just recognizing where you're constantly getting caught with the missiles.
Indeed. And has gotten some favorable situations, was able to kill off Zero that last game, so there had been the improvement in the first interactions. Let's see what they do. They're throwing out some more boomerangs, managed to navigate around, but oh no! Strange came out both on the wrong side and still got hit because Zero was hitting behind him. That was weirdness in multiple ways, but highly unpleasant for the outcomes here for Dots. Joe is about to be evaporated, and now it's all up to Dante Strange again.
Hey, rely on the Dante. Easy peasy pickup here.
Also, SD Shogun speaking the truth in chat that people are like,
no.
I hit this 100% of the time offline, and it's like, no, people in fact drop things both online and offline. Oh, Doctor Strange brought in. Oh, and that was the potential mix-up. The jam hit, but it was only for a single hit. Now has the confirm. Oh no, it was a little bit too low height. Very unfortunate for Dots. If they want to make this comeback, they're gonna have to work on it. Oh, has the hit again. This time the Doom is not too low. Goes for the snap, doesn't want to deal with Virgil just killing their whole team, but gets a... I don't think the Grace of Hoggoth is what they wanted there. Oh, but the Mystic Sword was. This is going to potentially be the...
Oh, that's 2 for 2. Wait, that will still catch, I think?
It was going to catch, but the X Factor was on point. Hits with the immediate low. Is Bolt high enough to go over? It's not. Okay, X Factor already used. Both of them get strange situations, but the throw happens. This is looking like the end of Dante. Going in there.
One strange situation about to be in another. I hope Steven's got something prepared.
Okay. X Factor is available, and this lets them confirm. Should be the end of Doom. Oh no! Didn't get the confirm off of it. This is looking terrifying. Do they have what it takes to evaporate Doom? No. Instead, they go for the counter or option select throw and end up dying to it being punished. Unfortunate. And with that, Renickuluss takes it 3-0.
Great stuff there by Nick. That's a good win over Dots, who's on a really hot streak lately. So I hope Nick is feeling himself. Dots, though, I think is going to make a really strong run down in the lower bracket.
Easy to forget that it's even possible for him to be a point character. And I feel like his ability to stall and avoid interaction is really good for the Moragine Shell. What about you, Wizard Tim? How do you feel about Doom?
Same logic. Doom is one of the higher damage without meter characters in the entire game. And he builds a good amount of bar off the same exchanges. So once he builds leads for you, you get a lot of momentum even before Dark Phoenix comes out. So if you can execute, this team can put in the work.
Oh, but was a little bit too far away, and Mario showing that off that situation, just going for a tech chase. What? It's fascinating for characters that don't have severe, just like combos off of throws, going for how they do their tech chasing. Just if you get a jab on Morgan, oh, goes for the snap. They bring in Phoenix, but Phoenix managing to get away, brings Doom back in, and gets the block in time even after getting caught by that web ball. Oh, but if we're looking at the bars, down to 4 1/4, 4 1/2 already. It looks like Phoenix is going to happen here. Do you think Mario still goes for the snap? Okay. She's guaranteed unless there's a side TAC or some shenanigans. Oh, gets the hit on Spider-Man, but doesn't confirm it, or decides to not get too greedy with Ryu still out there.
What's the pop? Gonna pop in the air, I think?
I think she hits Ryu in this format. Yeah, didn't get the combo after. Very fortunate for Mario, but Dark Phoenix, when she is in X Factor 1, we're like, oh gosh, she just got hit. Or is she sure she wants to continue being on screen in this way? Okay, tags out.
I'm just gonna build all this more bar. That's another 5 they could possibly build. This time Doom can spend it, though.
Yes, and Inezh has plenty of resources, gets those photons, and now has access to Astral, has Dark Phoenix in the back, has Missile still alive, even though it's at a low life. I think things are looking pretty reasonable for them, but they're going to be out of Astral real soon, and oh, if they take out the majority of Spider-Man's life, that's actually fine.
That was the anti-Phoenix character on this team. It gets so much harder from here.
Doom dies to the Searchlight, but now there's enough meter that an Astral's available, gets a missed input and gets the Shadow Blade, and with that, ends up in a kind of scary situation, but Ryu out there, oh my gosh, summoning Phoenix has an assist? How do you feel about the
I would
Phoenix
not have
assist
done that
summon?
at point blank. That could have easily have been the game, but Secret Genius, Inezh is.
Indeed. It's terrifying against Mario, but Mario has a tiny fraction of Wolverine left. Immediately, X Factor's there, and activates the Berserker Charge to be 10,000% speed, going to kill off the character immediately. Mix up. Gets the hit, but doesn't get the confirm.
Wow.
And gets to the other side with Stand Medium, killing off Phoenix. It looked like that was going Inez's way almost the entire game, but then Mario clutching it out at the very end, beating Dark Phoenix with Dark Wolverine.
think that's the secret. When you unleash Mario's power, he changes from Mario to Wario and just becomes belligerently there and hard to stop.
Oh, and this time again, gets Phoenix out after being snapped and gets the happy birthday. Will they invest in killing both? Looks like it. This is going to be the end of not only Doom, but Morgan as well. Phoenix is coming in. She has a little bit more than 4. If she gets a hit, she's going to make it through. But if she gets hit, she could very much die here.
Well, this is absolutely it. Top of the screen, catches.
And with that, Mario takes another game. First it was the Dark Wolverine, and this time it was a near perfect, doing great with all of their characters.
The little perfect Parker action.
Oh, and through the foot dive, very good stuff. Hits with the instant overhead, but doesn't have a combo out of it. And this time confirms the very high hits there. Doom getting snapped again. Gene hit this time. Gene has managed to have
could have gone to super
hits despite getting hit multiple times.
Well, that could have been I think chip out with the beam, but bring this character back. I'm not done, says Mario.
Gets the web ball to cross up while she presses light. I think she was going for the advancing guard or something, but now is dead, and now it's up to more Doom. Very talented shell, but may she be down to the anchor Doom. Do you think that the solo Doom proficiency is going to be there by Inezh to be able to handle all 3 of Mario's characters?
I think the kid can cook, but it's all about this block here.
There's the block
Great
and the
start.
throw. Gets to the right position for the follow, and because Doom is so great, he just carries corner to corner even though he was cornered. Oh,
no.
Has the drop though!
Critical death.
And with that, Inez's chances fall through their fingers. Ryu survives and kills off the team. Mario going to take it, moving on to the next round. Inezh still in bracket, but moving on to the learner side.
Alright, amazing stuff there by Mario. No surprise to see them coming through solid, but that's a surprisingly difficult team, I think, for Doom Moradine to fight, just because Doom's buttons are ever so slightly slower than the rapid fire light and stuff from Ryu. The fundamentals really showing there from Mario. Good stuff. Next up, we're going to have a matchup between Skypeia's own Lazy Boss and Rise of Rookie's finest, Scam Likely. Real quick, before we begin, I just wanted to take a moment to thank our homie Glass from the UK, I saw him in the chat earlier, for making these incredible costumes that a Lazy Boss is rocking on the Player One side. Anyway, take it away, Sarah.
Thanks again to Glass. Thank you, Glass, for making amazing things and contributing so much to the community. But another thing that's challenging about fighting Team Marin is that it has multiple anchors on it, and you need to kill the point character. Like, snapping out Zero is a thing you could do, but then sometimes fighting Dark Zero is just also very unpleasant. So it depends on how you approach that. But
Here we go.
With that,
Go for a ride.
That ride's complete. Zero going down, Virgil going down. All good. It looks like a Lazy Boss made sure to make the correct investment so they could be lazy by making good decisions earlier. And with that, going to have, oh no, but Dark Strider's available. Manages to
Wow.
And with that, a Lazy Boss taking a very dominant game 1. Just had that happy birthday and then multiple hits on the Strider, making it work out. A Lazy Boss trying to protect all of our phones, because I know that the most common caller I have is Scam Likely, so trying to protect us all from these calls every day, but looks like this time Scam Likely getting it to get started much better, has the pressure, has the Lazy Boss in the corner, but gets air thrown for it.
It start again. There's going to be bar spent, but you can get the kill here if you're willing to go for it.
Invest that meter, has Spiral Swords, and Captain America uses no bounces, so that means Virgil gets this full extension, builds plenty of meter after the fact, kills off Zero. Now, Captain America comes right back in.
Beep.
X this character, yes, decides to do it. They may fight a Dark Strider, but this is going to be no fighting Dark Virgil, and that is great.
And you get the
Strider
mix
does
too.
come in 4.5 meters? How do you feel about this? X Factor's now out for a Lazy Boss, while there is X Factor and meter, but maybe not life available for Scam Likely. Will they even survive this hit? I think that Captain America just hits too hard.
And Virgil in the back, just in case. You know, we're talking a sledgehammer and a bag of bricks. picking one is overrated.
You're right. When you want to make sure the job is done, even if they're not moving, even if all that you see left is pulp that's red, sometimes you need to keep swinging. And with that, this is going to be
What a dodge!
So much here, double down TAC. But no, you can't abuse a Strider when the 0 will hit you for it. And with that, this is potentially the end of Captain America. Oh no, not the end of Captain America. And a happy birthday again! This is just like a night of birthdays for a lazy boss.
All coming back together.
This is one of the beauties of Scam Likely's team order, though. If their Strider and their 0 die, they still are left with Dark Virgil.
Shout out to the triple point team.
But unfortunately, being left with Dark Virgil only matters if you avoid getting hit, and Lazy Boss, too good at getting hits for it to matter, is able to finish it off with the level 3 for style points and clears it out. Level 3 into the 3-0. Congratulations to Lazy Boss on playing great this night. And I'm sure the excellence that we will see from Scam Likely will have to come through the lower side of the bracket. And Honduran, if you like this cap skin, this was made by Glass, I believe, so you should check out their stuff. They may be in chat, but they also have their stuff up on, I believe, Nexus.
Glass,
Great
the incredible
shoulder.
artist out in the EU scene. We really appreciate him coming through and giving us the hookup on the costumes. All of them except for the Doom skin are publicly available on Nexus Mods.
To deal with that, because really otherwise Magneto has nothing making his life hard at all in this particular matchup. That said, Wesker, on the other hand, does reasonably well. So, it's all about the tools, but definitely Chris is going to have to make it a little bit harder for himself to get this win. Luckily, Legend's used to it by this point.
Indeed, and making it even harder for Legend at this point is Incla has plenty of experience playing with Glass. A lot of people don't know the Chris matchup because they just haven't interacted with Chris, but this is one of the people who actually has interacted with plenty of Chris, so it leads a lot of opportunity, but fighting Chris with high MS is different than fighting Chris when you have low MS, so let's see how it goes. Oh, the incendiary catches, and this is going to be the end of Magneto. Looking favorable for Living Legend. He has this shot, going to build so much meter. I love how he optimizes all these flamethrowers and combos for meter build. Always worth it. And Dr. Doom coming in. Do you think he's going to survive the incoming?
I don't think so. He can build one more bar off of this, and he still has the assist extension, or that makes it very consistent too.
And this is extra good because he builds all that meter with it, and now even after X Factor runs out, if he hits, he'll be able to kill. But the hard drive, oh no, the soft drive! I'm sorry, this was not a good solid state drive. This is one of those ones where you hear it making a sound and you're like, I hope that's neither my fan nor my hard drive. And then you're like, I'm gonna need to spend more money soon, this sucks. And with that, the soft drive has failed. Wesker kills off Sentinel, and Living Legend taking a fast first game.
Shout out to Isisera, still recording data on a vinyl record.
Back in my day when we played games on arcade cabinets with the stuck MK button and the player 2 that can't press down right, but it looks like every direction and every button is working out here for Living Legend, going to be able to kill off Magneto, using the Phantom Dance THC so that they're able to get the additional flamethrower into level 1. Is out of meter, but we've seen that with X Factor, they don't need meter to kill a Doom Health character. And do they X here? They do. So that means no meter is going to be needed. All of it's going to get built up. And this is going to be all up to Sentinel again. Incla, what do you have for your incoming?
And a big theory craft on Chris's X Factor is he gets almost no speed bonus. So sometimes it's worth Xing before the mix so you can force chip. Because even a Sentinel block that would have still done a huge grip.
But Sentinel not blocking anymore because he is dead. And with that, Incla is going to have to try and figure out what to do against Living Legend. There is just too much here. We need Glass coaching on how to survive this Chris into Wesker, because this is working out pretty well for Living Legend. Seems like he's very well prepared to fight the Magneto, and then Doom has just not gotten a chance to play. He's been dealt with on incoming each time. Oh, but this time Magnetic Blast placement working out a little bit better. Getting some hits on the Chris. Ooh, but it feels... Ooh, Disruptor getting integrated into the play. We haven't seen much of that. Has seemed to be much more blast-oriented, and now returning to the blast gameplay. And I like this lack of interaction from Incla, because any amount of time that goes by is time for their Doom to get life back, and this is in their favor. So being able to play patient and not get too... Ooh, did move forward there. Got under Chris, saw him shoot, and punishes it. This time ready for it. This is likely to be the end of the red field. Do you think Meter's going to all be invested to kill him off here?
Chris is I think he's like the third most HP laden character in the game, so you really got to spend to kill him sometimes.
Yeah, even if it feels expensive to kill a character, you're like, dang, killing a character that has 1.1 million, that's rough. Still invest the meter to do it. Don't be dissuaded by the cost. You see the cost, but it's always worth it. Kill the character.
Wow, just look at that layered pressure. Legend just honing in on the weakness and striking. Like a knife straight to the heart. One more touch. Where are we going?
Ooh, backing up. Oh, this is scary. Decided not to counter super because X Factor had already been used.
Was Legend gauging for what level of panic our friend is currently in, and Incla luckily holding very strong and not panic at all.
Yes, but that X Factor is starting to wear down, and that means that they're going to need... They could still kill Wesker in one hit off of a good hit, but then they'll probably... Was that intentional? Goes into...
God. Devastation.
That hits, and with that, the Hyper Sentinel Force is gonna do some stuff after Sentinel dies, but unfortunately for Incla, playing across an ocean was a bit too much and couldn't handle the power of the living legend. But hopefully that we'll get to see more of them in the learner side of the bracket.
Player 2. What are going to be the key aspects of Ryu versus Chris? That's not a matchup we've seen very much of. Sarah, what do you think?
I'm curious to see how it plays out, because we've seen in the exhibition that NPH likes to put their body on the incendiary grenade, but we've seen the footsies from Mario specifically. He's really good at judging when people want to shoot and getting the dash jump in order to punish with the jump in, treating it like it's Street Fighter. But let's see, has managed to back Chris into the corner, but Incendiary just controls so much ground space. Going to go to shooting. Looks like Mario, knowing how to get the hits at both the close range and the far range, is going to be able to potentially finish off this Chris now, has access to 2 meters. Are they going to have the maximum spider in order for the finish?
Top of the screen, just in range. And bringing it down.
Is Chris's health high enough that he lives? Not quite.
Nope.
No.
Certified Mario Classic.
Ooh, great web throw. This is going to potentially be the end of Dante. Good solid hit on him. But what do you think about snapping here? Strider is in the back.
Mario is not as common a snapper as some players, so at least in the first round, it's unlikely. And wow, that's the first time I've ever seen that drop.
Oh, and was able to get another hit swiftly. Dark Strider available now, though. Has access to plenty of meter, has access to X Factor, but Mario managed to accomplish all of this without using his X Factor, so he has a full team. He may be missing some meter, but everything else is going pretty solid for him until he gets hit by those grams. Let's see. Oh no, a dropped combo here for NPH. Let's see what they managed to do with their Strider. Great X Factor. This is going to be the end of the ninja, and with that, Mario taking the first game over NPH.
Across the board, Ryu's nice amount of health is really what Mario can play off of. People are used to characters just falling apart under assist pressure, but Ryu's definitely got the life and the resistance to just work their way through it.
This must be such a weird day for NPH. They're like, I had to play against all of the Street Fighters, but I was playing Marvel. How did this happen? They needed to fight some Ryu in their exhibition earlier. They fought some Team Street Fighter going on, but now they need to do it with the Spider-Man and Wolverine as well. This time things going much better for NPH. Has access to grenade on the ground, standing in it, getting things set up. This is looking pretty favorable. Is Ryu going to DHC out? Ends up just going for a Shinku and goes for the raw tag. It goes unpunished, which is very fortunate for Mario.
Nice pick up on the Spider-Man.
That's exactly what Glass was mentioning earlier in chat. It was in the context of Magneto, but it's true for Spider-Man as well. Uh, Chris tries to cover certain angles by going into the air with guns, but if you get under him, he's shooting at a 45-degree angle and won't hit you, so you could get in there from the underside and do some damage. Mario taking advantage of this to kill off Chris, and now has the pressure on the corner with Dante, is going to go into the spider crawler assault, and with DHC here should be able to kill off Dante. Oh, I love this tornado. Okay, and Denjin slowly losing life because, of course, Ryu needs that. So Genwu doesn't need to lose life, but Denjin was too powerful. Weaverman knows what I'm talking about Denjin just being too strong or quiet.
Not afraid of the Strider at all. Swings belligerently, and Mario gonna take it entirely on his toes.
And with that, no chance to spend the X Factor or the 5 meters. I feel like it may be better to invest some of these resources slightly earlier for NPH because Mario's been really good at opening them up and also playing against him at a range. So it feels like getting that speed advantage to have improved neutral against their opponent might work out, but Mario has just been using their incredible fundamentals to take advantage of the situation.
And
so
the
this
web
time
ball.
looking way better for NPH, managing to put Ryu down to that pixel. But again, dry tags have really been working out in Mario's favor very consistently. Web ball hits here. Oh, doesn't quite get the confirm that's desired twice in a row. Ooh, hits Dante. Oh, and it zips right into the incendiary. I love when Spider-Man's just scooting around with this little dash there. But the THC allows a pickup at full screen. This is the end of Spider-Man. This game's looking good for NPH after a really rough starter.
What a defense. Still caught on the flame grenade, though. You're never quite done, and that's going to hit the assist. It's going to hit both, actually. Happy birthday to Mario.
Ooh, and with that, it looks like I would activate X here if I was NPH just because there's a lot of red life on your team. It's worth making sure that you have the opportunity to play. But very confident in their space control, doesn't feel the need to X Factor. Ooh, and that was a point they could have potentially killed Wolverine. Wolverine, once they do an air drill claw, they do not have actions. You can kill them. And looks like the decision to kill is actually going to be here instead. And with that, the flamethrower to finish it off, NPH getting on the board against Mario 19. It looks like they made some adjustments in their play.
The best thing you can do against Mario, never let that Wolverine touch the ground.
I feel that about playing Marvel in general. Like, most of the characters in this game, you just don't want to fight them if you have the choice. You would rather have a nice advantageous situation where you could force them to guess 3 times and then kill them off of that instead of ever seeing what cool bullshit they've come up with that could kill you. And this is going to be the end of Ryu. Looks like Chris gets to have a little bit of setup and had the incendiary behind him, but I really like Mario respecting it, not getting in the way of it, just backing up and getting out of the corner and getting these web throw loops on Chris. Does he have a kill here for a character as high health as Chris's?
I think there's a small chance.
Yeah, he's going to get 2
loops.
The Fatal Claws, because 1 doesn't quite do it. Oh,
that was cheap.
Got hit by that web ball. Let's see. But last time it was Dante Strider that made the comeback, but this time there may be no Dante, and it may be all up to Strider, and a meter less too. This is looking like... Without X Factor, I don't think this is the end of Dante, actually. Yeah, Dante gets to play. You let Dante
they picked
play.
up on the throw! Oh, probably wanted some prop shitter away on that.
Okay, building lots of meter with the gunshot loops. What will they do with their meter? Oh, decides to snap in Wolverine. Saw that he was a problem the other time, but then immediately loses Dante.
Cons level 4 will be available if they want to unleash.
Strider's low enough life that he just dies to the first super, no bonus necessary. And with that, Mario just looking so consistent and terrifying and on point every single game with all 3 of his characters. Did the work that was needed and has gone up 3-1 over NPH to move on in the winner's side of the bracket.
Incredible stuff there from Mario to emerge victorious over NPH, who proved how powerful he was in that exhibition. So good stuff to Mario there. Next up on stream, we've got an incredible showdown between Aiden's Pro and Spider-Bush. Spider-Bush coming at us from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. all the way across the globe, as far as you can basically get, so we really appreciate them coming through. What do you think is going to be the defining difference?
Let's see. I think who gets to establish ground dominance first is very important, because both of them, if they end up being at frame disadvantage, are at a scary point. Oh, and it looks like the first bit is going to be Hawkeye, but Joe has the opportunity to get some booms on screen, has bolts, and now has some control. But both of them using bolts assist is very fascinating. Having an evenness in control could potentially confirm there, but this looks like it'll potentially be the end of Hawkeye.
And this is also the match of, or should I say, the dance of DHC. A lot of them can pull armor or invulnerability out of their pocket at any point in time. So watching the meter for when you can go for something a little bit more risky, very crucial between Spencer and Joe here.
Yes, indeed. And Joe, being one of the few characters that has lots of invulnerability himself, if he's doing stuff on the ground, he can mock speed whenever Spencer tries to go for that bionic arm, or even just go for a V-dodge. So being able to have tools to actually interact favorably with that is pretty uncommon, but
Wow.
Joe's among them.
Just blasted through the assist call and almost got the kill here. Forcing the
And
DHC.
as I said, with the V-dodge, goes through, and because of that, able to get the hit, going to be able to kill Hawkeye as a result. People don't know, Joe has a lot of tools to deal with these types of characters. Kills off Hawkeye, and now Spencer coming in with very little life. Oh, he got saved by the bomb. It pushed him up over the intended hit confirm. But beautiful Joe going down.
Magic
and
Pixel
now
Spencer.
Ooh.
Terrifying. Oh, small body.
Raccoon. Oh, got the catch, and this is going to kill just with the DHC. Very good stuff there. Now Doctor Strange mirror, but one of them has access to Spencer assist, but X Factor for both of them here. 7 rings. Oh, and X Factor for both of them, but it looks like this is going to go... Is it the end? And it is. That first game going up.
Between these two, I'm feeling the talent. They are definitely sizing each other up and looking for their best opportunities. And holy crap, it's a happy birthday right off the top, but just
But
can't
Red
finish.
Hot Kick didn't happy birthday. It only hit Strange and didn't hit Hawkeye. That was so unfortunate for Dots. Getting some more opportunities. So how do you feel about when your assist is this injured? Do you think about it when summoning them? Because sometimes it's still the right time. You'll still get a punish with an assist or something, but the risk just feels so high.
For Strange in particular, you want to be putting your opponent in block stun so you can get the double hit mixes, but I would stop using it as a neutral assist.
Oh, and you saw that? Joe is one of the characters on the ground and in the air. He could get out of things like Gimlet, and that's really scary when you could rely on a tool like that. But this time, Spencer's not on a pixel. He has a full bar of health before he kills the Joe. Looking very possible.
Ooh, swinging back, almost gets a hit kill there.
Let's go for it. 2 meters on both of them, but Doctor Strange, he could die here. Oh, but instead Rocket Raccoon dies. It looks like there's been a willingness to just summon Strange even when he's at low life, but it has been consistently rewarded.
Just going to look for something.
X. Oh, but the X is not on time, and because of that, Doctor Strange goes down again. And another game on the board, 2-0, real quick.
This Joe is definitely on point with those pendulum picks. It's just sometimes things are very awkward or weird.
Oh, that was very fortunate. Sniped out the Strange assist and got those arrows, but Hawkeye definitely at a meter and life disadvantage now. Substantial life disadvantage, but that tag in dispenser works out and gets the full confirm on Joe. This is looking like it'll be the end of the tiny
Small
man.
body.
Nope, managed to get out. And blocked out of the string. Very good patience here, not pressing buttons until they're in a situation where they have something resembling advantage. Oh, went for the read on the dodge. Didn't end up capturing anything, but didn't get punished for anything either.
Hawkeye, be very careful about calling his assist. It is just bleeding to death every time it's connected. Oh, so it finished.
Ooh, this
Cookie
is
cutter.
the block. The block is on deck, and because of the chicken block able to get this punish, going in with the mock speed, are they going to TAC or just build some meter with some air joes? Oh no!
The flip out.
Didn't quite
Unfortunate.
calculate the HSD.
But this is still very doable. There's just not a lot of HP on these last two characters in the front.
Ooh, but X Factor available and great use of Pendulum on point. Hit when Spencer was trying to move or press a button, and now has a trap for Strange. And sometimes that's the best mix-up. They know that you want to cross them, so you just stay on the same side.
Oh, what a patient take-up. Okay, we are back at it. It's Strange on Strange. X Factor to both players. Blink and you will get hit.
Okay, when do you X here?
I would X right now.
Oh, and gets the combination. And with that, with a 3-0 victory, they take that match.
That was pretty close.
That was a bunch of great interactions, but each time just a little bit more clutchness and being able to stabilize out of bad situations. Also, miracle working with that Pixel Spencer. He looked like he was gone that one game, but then that little bit of him did all the work that was needed.
Yeah, excellent work there by both players, but unfortunately I think just the connection proving too much for Spiderbush with 160 MS. They just weren't able to quite hit a few links that are surprisingly difficult with a character like Beautiful Joe. We're going to have about a 5-minute intermission, everybody, while we restart the stream setup, and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere, please. Remember, this is round 3, and we have 8 tournaments total, and then a last chance qualifier. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. We've got Moogle Fighter X, the Chun-Li Akuma Viper Expert versus Slotham here on Player 2, playing Nova, Doom, Virgil. I really like that team, but I'd like to see Virgil in the middle. Tim, what do you think about this team composition?
I mean, I think versus, ironically, specifically against Moogle, putting Virgil in the back may be really helpful, as that means you've always got all of that built-up resources to go toe-to-toe with this team. But at the same time, Moogle looks like they're Kupoing all over Slotham here, and they're going to have to pick up their pace a little if they want to stop this Chun-Li.
And part of that is getting out of the corner, because Doom can control the game from far more positions if he is not directly adjacent to Chun, but once she's in there, she can do things like that. And now Doom is going to potentially lose his life. I don't think he's going to die, but he's going to be severely injured. Oh no, he's none of those things because the combo dropped. And now Moogle trying to maintain it, but Doom doesn't get out of the corner safely. He gets caught by the Stomp and the Akuma. And this is going to be either the end of Doom or a snap. Which do you think?
I think it's a kill, and Chun-Li, speed really is the name of the game. They are the other blue hedgehog, and you can just utilize all of these tools so well when you're in the headspace Moogle likes to sit in. Just raw countermeasures.
It's funny, Chun-Li can run away like Sonic in Smash Ultimate, except she can go in super hard as well, and is going
just
to
like Sonic in
eliminate
Smash Ultimate.
He mostly runs though, and she's doing the work in close here on Virgil, killing him off and taking the first game. Moogle Fighter going up against Slotham.
And you can quail a lot of Chun-Li's offense, but you have to keep on this character.
That was a lot of damage to Akuma, but it's not going to be enough to kill him, and that means that there's going to be another benefit for Moogle Fighter in that their combos last a decent amount of time. Oh gosh!
So much for that health.
Oh no, this looks like a situation that Chun-Li could die and that 90% of Akuma vanishes instantly. Is that the case? It's looking like it.
Yep, here comes the blue light special. Oh wow,
oh, she got over the top! Triple jump! How often do you see someone get away from Sphere Flame by going over the top of it? Nice stuff there by Moogle.
And very smart X Factor. Just gonna get this kill, and Akuma just needs that life. You're doing it for total value as opposed to one specific character kill.
Ooh, and this is going to be the end of Nova, but Virgil with X Factor 3, not quite 2 bars.
Late hit, crazy stuff.
has plenty of meter. Virgil is dead. I have confidence in Moogle for this one. Oh, it's only going to take 2 and something simple. Virgil dies, and with that, Moogle Fighter taking another game. Let's see, Viola him or the Slotham, making sure to go right back in.
There you go.
Wants to maintain this, gets the immediate throw. Looks like the keeping that fire going was the correct decision, and they are going to get this knockdown in the corner. But this is not a Spencer team variant, so they need to do some additional things if they want to kill.
Oh, did not want that, I imagine. But hey, actually, Chun-Li got hit by it, so it's not an issue if it works. Never in that case, and all things suddenly coming back together for Slotham here. This is looking like a great start to the momentum.
And killing in order? How do you feel about killing in order against Moogle's team? I like killing in order, but then it's also scary to fight Viper with a bunch of meter and X Factor.
I think, honestly, the best one to win is just force the opponent to have no bar, because Akuma and Viper are both strong mankers who are both suffer when they're low on bar. So this is the best way to deal with it, but oh my god, goes for the late, but better than never there.
Emergency combination. Oh, air dash button got blocked. Let's see, will she be able to get in on this Doom? Does, but this is looking very favorable for Slotham. Has the hit on Viper, still has X Factor, still has both characters and 3 meters. Which resources do you think they'll invest in this?
With how little meter is available, I would go for the fastest kill you can do. This looks like a great way to get it.
And Bill's not quite up to bar 2, but now has Virgil for the incoming, and immediate beam catches Virgil for a chunk, but not enough that's going to disincentivize him from doing anything.
Gamble here.
Oh, punishes the dive kick. Ridiculous. Slotham was just biding their time, and now they're leveled up, ready for the battle. Let's see if those adjustments they've made will be enough to carry them for the reverse 3-0, or if this is going to be a chance for Moogle Fighter to finish what they were doing those first 2 games.
Gosh. Just lets it rip at the start of the round. Not quite DXP, but certainly putting out some spinning death.
It's invulnerable and safe, right? Like, doing it is a reasonable thing as long as you have the resources to charge. Oh, this is going to be the end of Nova, and Akuma left in for the mix.
And I always admire players when they do have a last round sauce, something that they don't use for the rest, but they assume if they throw it out on the last possible thing before they win, you won't be able to react fast enough to it. And that looks like it's definitely working out for Moogle here.
Ooh, this is potentially the end of Dr. Doom. I don't think the damage is quite... Is it going to be enough? It will be enough. Dr. Doom goes down, and Virgil's going to come in. No meter available for Moogle, but with X they could probably still do a lot.
Virgil just fast enough to swing through that mix-up. Whew, just barely able to block that. Moogle's looking for bar.
Speaking of which, Virgil at 4 meters and also having Spiral Swords on gets the hit on Akuma. Decides to invest X Factor is their resource here, and is going to be able to spend 1 bar to kill him off, and has the incoming mix on Chun. It's not as ideal, but it's still scary.
Okay, and now this is where the delay is coming in. The stall to just wear through that bar and the X Factor together. Slotham has to be careful. If you double down like this and don't kill Chun-Li, that could have been a huge resource spend. But luckily, it's all on Virgil now, and... Whew, crazy swing.
And that was wise, because if you make Virgil block, the hitbox on round trip goes away. And now, ooh, has access to some EXs. We're going to see another one. Oh, blocks in time. Hit with the backside of the Trail of Thunder Knuckle. Not something I'm accustomed to seeing, but this is going to be the end of Virgil. Moogle Fighter doing the job and taking it 3-1 over Slotham.
Some crazy stuff, specifically from Anchor Viper, which to this recent period I have not seen a lot of.
Great stuff there by Moogle, taking it 3-1 over Slotham. We appreciate Moogle showing us what they can do after that exciting exhibition earlier today. Next up, we've got a West Coast showdown between Quack and Remora, 2 of the West Coast's finest fighters. Remora, of course, holding it down here in Colorado. Go Colorado.
You want to teabag someone for 15 seconds in button checks? Just make sure to invest $25 in the pot first. To support the community, make it work out. But it looks like the Captain America's the choice. How do you feel about that, Wizard Tim? Do you think it'll be able to deal with 0 missiles?
Yeah. literally the mini big body when it comes to going through projectiles.
I love that description of him. One of the things that I think is a problem, though, is Blue Buster beats Charging Star, which
And Remora
is
knows that.
incredibly
You can
frustrating.
guarantee he knows that.
And being able to just, like, control Cap with Blue Buster is incredibly powerful when you also have swords. But this looks like it'll be the end of Cap, not from any of that, but just from another solid hit from Remora. Doom's coming in, but is it going to be... Oh, first set blocked, and got away, and went immediately into Photons, gets the catch, X-Factor confirmed. Zero's gonna be dead. How do you feel about investing X-Factor here when there's that Virgil lying in the back?
It could be a huge risk, specifically because Quack likes to really go in on the spend here. This does guarantee pretty much on Doom, but that does open the red carpet for Virgil here. But hey, Quack plays to a very different drum than most people beat.
That X-Factor's already half done, but Virgil's coming out and has 4.5 meters. Oh, and
Oh
gets hit by the trap! Quack responsibly just blocking, not trying to do anything, and letting the Virgil overextend, and manages to take out Remora's Virgil with that Rocket Raccoon to finish. Rocket Raccoon gets the credit. I love when assist characters get the credit. I know that Rocket Raccoon's a real character for him too, but like, DHCing into them just so they get that win screen is worth it. Oh, the happy birthday on the two most important characters to get. Gets to continue pressuring one of them, but doesn't get the kill on Virgil, and Zero's still alive, and X-Factor got used. Ooh, the confirm is here. Zero should be dead. Zero is not dead. Oh, but finally Zero goes down. And it looks like Dr. Doom's gonna get smacked as well. Nice work confirming that situation by Quack. Okay, there's a decent amount of meter available for Remora, and he's backing up, gets immediate spiral swords out, doesn't quite catch the Stars and Stripes, isn't going to be able to get out of it, and because of that, there's a potential for a combo. Remora gets the punish, and this is going to be the end of Cap. Do you think Doom's going to survive incoming?
It's all on the edge of the sword here. 50-50. Nice condition for that escape.
That was very nice. And why are you TAC? I never understand this with people when they're in X Factor and their character could just kill by mashing any button other than direction and S, and they go for TAC.
Remora being careful to try and respect the hopper.
Though I think Rocket Raccoon players, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that it is more useful for the person who is fighting Rocket Raccoon to interact with the hopper earlier so they could get it off the screen. They want to block it and then have an assist behind them that's protecting them with a beam or something, and then so that they have the opportunity to have more control of the screen afterwards. So do we have any Rocket players in the chat who can confirm whether someone staying away from the trap or getting rid of the trap is more influential on your game plan? Ooh, Captain America at full screen here. Missiles coming out, but missiles are out on both sides. Remora has been able to get the chip damage they need. This is going to be the end of Captain America, most likely. I'm assuming he's going to kill in order for this team, but Quack is very good with all three of his characters. Going to get... Oh, I love how Remora makes sure to get as much meter as possible out of that. He's going to kill the character either way, but making sure to add that little bit extra before going into the Sogenmu is so nice.
And Remora is the kind of person to sit in chat, and anytime he sees some new Zero tech, he usually responds with Stolen. This man is always trying to level up just a little bit more to push his White Comet to the absolute apex of how fast he can move.
I did not know the White Comet was another title for Remora, but that totally makes sense. So, Dr. Doom getting knocked into the corner, but living through Zero. This is a situation, and Quack uses the movement to get out. Rocket stabilizes for him, but Zero's not getting confirmed on here. Going for the guns instead of the trap. That forced the X Factor, and Zero didn't even get confirmed on? Oh no.
The patience paid off. Oh no, the Mad Hopper was still active. I think even Quack thought it was gone.
Oh, will the White Comet do this? I think in the Doom versus Doom match, they both have a lot of skills. Oh, hits with the Sphere Flame. Sphere Flame into Rikoha! Oh my gosh, gets the kill with it.
Oh, nice. You dispatch the character, stop that White Comet from coming in and forcing you to block 50 different ways from Sunday.
No, and shot with the... Ooh, gets the loops, but they don't have a confirm off of this because Rocket doesn't have a way to lower you if you get pushed too high there. He only has ways to increase your height or maintain it. So without hit stun, that's rough. Oh, and Remora chooses to save Doom so he doesn't need to eat an incoming mix-up with Virgil, and brings Virgil in with a dry tag. Doesn't just super, wants the inevitability of swords instead, and takes the win going up 2-1 over Quack, but let's see what adjustments Quack ends up making.
Captain America has definitely not put as much work in as the back two characters, but that's just subject to change, I'm sure. Perhaps not this time.
Oh, and got around it. Didn't even need to deal with chip damage from it. Really great stuff there by Remora. This is looking like it may be a struggle for Quack. He's gonna have to try and do this with only 2 characters. But Remora may need to spend a second meter here just because of how that hit happened.
Optimizes that little extra meter, though. Mm-hmm. Which side are you blocking? Here comes the White Comet. Quack gets out. That's a blessing.
Indeed. And now he has the Doom Rocket. What's he gonna end up going for? Photons protects him from a green Buster. Oh, Buster hitting him out of super. Very unfortunate for Quack. Now he's at the same meter but down a character. That is a scary place to be, especially when you're dealing with challenging matchups like Zero.
Layers the crest here.
But now he doesn't have meter to react to anything with, which is scary. It's up to 1 meter. Being able to reaction photons in certain situations like that is very useful because you could get value like this out of it. And Quack showing the value of a single meter. Doing the job. Is the mix real? The mix is definitely real. Doom is going to vanish, and because he's an X Factor, he's just building meter without needing to use meter to kill, and has all these additional resources. Why didn't that jump flight hit? I guess it was too far away? Dang. That's rough for Quack. It looked like it was going to be fine if he was just a little bit closer, but instead...
There we go.
Remora takes it, and Quack's still going to be in the learner side of the bracket, so we'll probably see more of him, but dang, Remora was cooking. He had such great responses to things, got around the Hyper Stars and Stripes and got a punish on it.
That was
for those who don't know, when he touches the ground, he just gets the block, so you need to encounter him in the air, and Remora was ready for it. So let's see if survival occurs. Oh, did they switch Chris in order to change which character gets hit on ground OTGs when there's a happy birthday?
No, actually, it's just running point Akuma. At least that's what it appears to be.
Oh, and blasted Virgil a bit, managed to get the meter out of him, managed to get the X Factor out of him too, but unfortunately dies in the process of doing that. This is going to be the end of Akuma. Let's see what the incoming mix is. Has the round trip on field. Oh, hits on the side, but doesn't have resources to confirm.
Ooh, bringing the blade down and then taking back his turn.
This is going to be the end, and X Factor's still available. Incredibly helpful here. But Dr. Doom immediately gets hit, X Factor activated. This should be the end of the character, and also gets the glasses off. Going to have the incoming mix on Strider. Chris assist available, but Strider gets the air throw.
The defense just looking to optimize this meter. Wesker's a high HP character, Chris is a high HP character. When Strider is out of X Factor, his damage output goes down, so every little thing has to be measured carefully.
Ooh, but I think that he's not going to get any more chances to play. This is looking like the end.
I just love how these two actually complement each other's very weird level 1s.
Okay, let's see how this clockwork does. And the pressure getting them to the corner. Is X invested? No, not this time. Interesting. It looks like it depends on meter for whether they X the first character or not. Oh, Virgil took so much chip there. And there's just been such a great job for Akuma maintaining this pressure in the corner. I feel at the start of each round, they have just managed to just keep the pressure on so effectively and just like do a great job of acquiring screen space.
Nice pickup. Everything still on control here.
Ooh. And the Helm Breaker from the heavens. Going to be able to
looking
get
to catch the backdash, hopefully get a cross up here. Aha, the chicken block sustaining.
But Wesker got out of it. He was able to get his glasses off without dying, but unfortunately he might be dying right afterwards. Oh, no, and he's in a good position, able to pressure, kills off Virgil. Everything's in a decent position, has incoming mix-up. But Doom gets out. Good job just like waiting and seeing where there was a hole and then getting out with the super jump. How do you feel about Wesker versus Doom?
The way Legend plays it, this match feels reasonably fair. Both have pretty fast, overall great lows, and good ability to just maneuver through the air without taking commitments. But oh, this feels like a little bit of a commitment.
Oh gosh! Strider doing the work.
It's all up to Anchor Chris. And what do we say about Anchor Chris? He doesn't really get much faster. Well, specifically when he's dead.
Yes, the experience of time when dead apparently stops. Or maybe. But looks like this tied up 1-1 now. Oh, and that lingering hitbox on the Tatsu worked out, got the cross up, and now Virgil's gonna go down and has a meter. No, Virgil does not go down and has the opportunity to kill Akuma. Takes that very meter away and has him in the corner. Do we see these on deck? Oh, goes into level 3. You don't need a TAC Infinite to turn it into a dead character. Doing the damage. Ancient Requiem has a missile. But the Phantom Dance comes out, and no punishment there. Gets the throw, however, this is exactly what Ancient Requiem needed. Goes into the X Factor, going to do so much more damage, build so much more meter, and need so much less in order to kill. Going to go into this, I think a DHC is needed, but we'll have Virgil for the incoming mix-up on Chris. Left or right?
Oh,
Right?
stays in front. I got hit. Just beautiful pressure.
Good job knowing that there would be nothing that he could do to kill there without the TAC, with how the hits were set up and getting the TAC break as needed. But Requiem could potentially kill here. He could build the resources with his assists, unless he doesn't. And now Chris has X Factor. He could chip out these characters with just a little bit of work. Kills off Doom. But Spiral Swords wins neutral once for free. And once is not enough to make the kill, but twice is also not enough to make the kill. 3 times is the charm, and with that, Requiem taking another game over Legend. Okay, Spiral Swords activated from full screen, but catches Akuma falling to the ground with the cross up. Looks like it could be the end of the character. Those resets on the potential TAC break saw that there had been the break. Great adaptation seeing what Living Legend did earlier with their break and being ready to use the TAC, counter TAC break tech in order to beat that. Great stuff by Requiem.
Wow, swinging low and taking a risk to take it right back. Legend's been so close each time. Let's see if this is the one where the momentum is just unstoppable.
Ooh, and fortunately the grenades made that work out. It's Doom from the opposite side.
Oh, no,
But
it
no,
didn't connect.
Jaguar Run ran through. Jaguar Run is sometimes too fast for its own good and ends up on the other side of people. It is a tragedy whenever it occurs.
Nice throw. Sneaking around. Legend speed is sometimes unrivaled when playing Wesker, but oh, they got the cursed corner. Shows up when you don't want it and never when you do.
Ooh, X Factor engaged, and Wesker is going to go down. Ancient Requiem's looking like they're in a favorable position, but they still need to deal with Chris. Will he survive incoming mix? Oh, got hit,
luckily,
but
yes.
there was no confirm.
Oh,
Yeah, that is going to hurt, but will not kill.
luckily Legion still sucks, even in X Factor, so Chris was able to tank through it, and now it's hard to kill.
But Chris is very well within chip range.
Ooh, gets the pickup.
Oh no, dropped it.
Did Legend's connection disconnect? Oh.
No. No, he's just reacting to Strider's behavior instead of over-engaging in anything. Because if he goes for something like Magnum, Strider's such a short croucher and fast dasher that you could just get the punish there. And with that, Requiem taking it.
Thank you, Legend. I expect great things as always from you. An amazing player, and sometimes Parsec magic gets us all.
Yeah, and great stuff to both of y'all. And we'll see more of Living Legend in the learner's side of the bracket, and Ancient Requiem's
Situation in place where it's all about Mario's well-known defense for blocking everything, and just throwing out supers when it's safe, because Zero doesn't have a lot of health. It's just normally almost impossible to tag him down to anything.
That is one of the things that people forget. Ryu may be a lower tier character overall, but one of the things favorable in this matchup, as you saw there, is the relationship between Harangeki and Hadoken. The light and medium Harangekis have less durability than it, so they'll just get beaten and it'll exchange with two of them. But it looks like just getting the hit was all that was needed, getting the pressure they need, and throwing that Hadoken so that if Dante fell, he would need to interact with it. But Ulysses doing a good job of disengaging, now has access to the majority of the screen, using his brother to get even more value, making sure to shoot this man without shoes. And this is looking much rougher than the Zero segment, actually, as Dante just getting missiles and stuff on the screen has been... Why did Webball get around $1 million there? Can somebody explain
It's
to
super
me?
low to the ground, I think.
That is fascinating. I am amazed it worked that way. Oh, throwing out here, using some drives, throwing out Hysteric again. Let's see, will they have the chance to get Hadoken out? Does it against the airplane?
Looking for one more bar, somehow. Didn't quite manage to Hadoken their way into it, though, so... Spider-Man coming into an acid rain. Wow, Yuli. If you'd picked up off of that, holy damn.
Yuli did a really good job in just playing a fundamentally solid game with Dante there. Dante didn't really lose any life in that entire fight against Ryu. And now the Helmbreaker saves his brother. Said he did such a good job that he deserves to live. And now the mix-up is going to be the end of Wolverine. And with that, Yuli is going to take the first game over Mario 19, but Mario's Ryu did the job. He killed Zero. Just after that, the Dante and Virgil did too much work. Oh, and let's see. Will Ulysses manage to take... Oh, got the hit, but did not get the confirm. Has managed to take a decent amount of Ryu's life. Even with the advancing guard there, that still did a chunk when the super got blocked. But a chunk is not enough. You need to kill the entire Zero. Ryu's about to go down. And do you see how low Spider-Man's life is, Wizard Tim? He's going to lose a chunk of his life too. Oh no, he's not.
Wants the anchor. I respect this terrifying character in the hands of Mario. Take him out first.
I really appreciate that aspect.
He's out. He landed.
Ooh,
He's back in, just like the mob.
Oh, it looks like this time feints it, manages to get to the opposite side, but has pressure still, has access to Buster, summoning some Jam Session, and the Jam Session hit, but wasn't in the position to confirm off of it. this is looking like a much more favorable game for Ulysses with their access to 0 actually working out, but Spider-Man got the hit. No confirm on that.
This is a tough matchup for Spider-Man, though. When he gets his hands in, it's a lot of great options and pressure, but the projectile and plasma game just doesn't suit him.
Yeah, he needs to be very slippery, but it looks like Ryu wants to be MVP. He just decided that instead of killing 0 from the point, he wants to become a Dark Anchor with 4 meters and X Factor 3. Will he be able to get in on the Dante? He does. Gets in with the jab.
X Factor or level 3?
Yet.
Level 3.
Level 3. Level 3 into level 1 is, I think, what's going to be
optimized
here.
For the meter build, though. Oh! He tried. It did not work out.
No, both of them engage their X Factors, but this is 5 meters for Yuli, but he has to eat an incoming mix-up. Manages to survive it, activates double trigger, and activates swords.
Wow.
Gets kicked in the head for the swords activation.
And the meter build,
Mario
too.
Was ready. He was ready. Fearless, going in knowing that swords could be activated and like, I have a punish for this. If I hit him in the head, he has a hurt box there, but the swords cannot interrupt me. Great reads, good decision. Caught 0 and Dante. That was a chunk on Dante. If he just gets one more stray super, it could be enough.
Oh, that could have been enough.
Okay, Dante seriously bleeding. 0 moderately bleeding, but you need to take care of all their pixels, and this time goes for that immediate snap, does not want to deal with Anchor Wolverine. But we saw that it doesn't matter which character is Anchor, all of them can be a threat on Mario's team. Ryu did the job last time. Do you think he's going to get the opportunity to try to do it this time too?
I think he'll have to, as this is looking very bad, and we saw Spider-Man just was not up to the job of dealing with 0.
Oh, and that rapid slash was either cross-up or non-cross-up? I don't know. But that's gonna be potentially then to Spider-Man. If you were Yuli, how would you approach this against Solo Ryu? He has access to his beam, so it's really scary to summon assists. Like, how much interaction would you engage in with this character? Oh, you could just kill him.
I'll literally go for all. I would try and stay in his dead zone, and no better dead zone than the one where there is nothing but corpses.
And a corpse added to that list is Ryu, and with that, Yuli takes the game. Ooh, 0 got a hit, but did not confirm it, which means that the terror of Ryu is still alive.
Gonna slow it down. Looking for an assist call, possibly. Oh, slow down.
Not a
Yuli.
hit, but I
Not know the name of the word.
I love Yuli's use of the medium Tiger Knee Raikosen. It's just such an interesting poke, especially when people are scared of Zero's amazing normals. But looks like Ryu is probably going to go down here. Do you think he's going to get snapped again?
Ooh, Commenter's Curse. This might come back to bite.
Ooh, got 2/3 of Virgil. Has the opportunity to stay in there. No meter for neutral, though, and soon to be no Ryu, but has gotten the X Factor. Oh, no. Ryu's in the back.
Nice blocks. Ah, oh, could not hold it. That last cross got us all. Wait. I don't hear no bell. Logan's still in, and Yuli may have awakened the demon a little early, but not this time, actually.
He ended up killing Ryu as well. Ryu didn't even get to die on point. He dies in support off screen. Dang.
Anchor Spider-Man, this is quite the character. They can be strong, but things get a little inconsistent for inputting combos when you're an X Factor. Spider-Man, a very unnatural character when it comes to his comeback potentials.
Ooh, but he didn't die there, which means he still has a chance. Ooh, but he got hit. He survived. This is very possible for him. He has access to tools. Got in.
Here we go.
This is how
keep it simple. Super's a little slow though, so gonna eat a huge amount of that time. But work with what you have.
Oh, for those who have not seen it, Bottle of Mo recently shared an amazing Spider-Man incoming off Snap mix-up video that shows a lot of what can be done when Spider-Man has that incoming. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the end of Spider-Man because he has his brother behind him. Dante can't do this much damage, but Virgil definitely can make it work out, don't you think?
Insert meme here. I can't stop you, but he can.
Dang, very nice stuff by Yuli there. The sheathing of the sword. But let's see what the approach is from here. Because that's the end with Yuli taking it 3-1. Good stuff by both players, and that was winner's bracket, so that means Yuli's reward for being able to beat Mario is that they'll have to fight Ancient Requiem. Good
Great stuff there from both players, absolutely. Coming up, we're going to dip down to the lower bracket and see TJ versus Tokyo. TJ is promising to play what he calls Team PSN, and I will leave you to wonder what that is if you haven't been paying attention to chat.
I'm feeling, 0 out of Tokyo. It's definitely been their breadwinner, but TJ bringing in the Doom, a just as equal in terms of the backing of big bodies to Sentinel, and possibly just a little bit more HP across the entire team this way, because Sentinel famously pretty squishy.
This is fascinating because instead of using either Plasma Beam or Rocks, he's working with the Hidden Missiles assist for Hulk, and we don't see that in a ton of situations. But quick combo, going to be able to kill off Zero, is meter positive, the things Hulk likes to do. Oh, and Dante got out. Let's see what Tokyo does with the life of his Dante. Oh, he still has more life of his Dante. And the invulnerability went through the Hulk H. But the armor ate, so there was no hard knockdown. Great interaction. Oh, did not respect the missiles, and because of that, Dante gets out.
This is the other advantage of the shell. Photon really lets you do belligerent and risky things of Hulk and never be punished for it.
It's true. Photons is such a blessed DHC. Ooh, and Dante has a little bit of life left. Gets the hit on Doom twice, but not enough to get the kill. And this is going to be an opportunity for Doom to get out. Viral Swords is going to get the hit. This is going to be not the end of the Dictator. Gets the hit. Happy Birthday is going to be able to kill off these two powerful characters from TJ. Has Jam Session available, and because of that can get this kill, and also has time for the mix-up and Devil Trigger. Wow, the X Factor went through and their foot dive came out, but the block was available in time, and then Jam Session didn't confirm into death. What a fascinating turn of events.
Yep, and this is the power of this team, but you know as well as I do, TJ is unreal, and thus one loss is nothing to him. He transcends and will come back fighting even harder.
I like this use of Hulk with missiles. It has interesting applications. I'm just curious, it feels like the way he protects missiles is by running forward and just killing things, so that seems like a decent way to protect missiles. Zero is dead. X Factor was invested, but Dante and Virgil need to eat incoming mix-ups, and that's terrifying. He's gone for this jump flight afterwards, and it's been over Dante's head both times. Oh, but that means Hulk is alive. Hulk does not have X to confirm off of that properly. Oh, but this can kill.
Oh, missiles? Yeah, the kind of spoiler effect for Hulk is always a little risky. Hagar's pretty good at missiles, but Hulk definitely requires a little bit more finesse. However, no finesse needed to kill this character. Virgil is a squishy boy, which means just putty in the hands of this colossal character.
And kills off with the final DHC, taking the game. Very nice stuff to TJ. It looks like their realness may be around. Moment of thinking here after that. Looks like Tokyo wants to ensure that they have the right game plan in their head, know how they're approaching each of their matchups, instead of just like mashing to get back into things without making any adjustments. Oh, great jump on the command throw, and great summon on the defense with Hagar to keep themselves from being fully comboed there.
TJ's 2 assists really protected Hulk incredibly well there between missiles and Lariat. Just 2 options he took that were risks that never had threatening points. Does allow Hulk to play a little bit more of a keep-away game.
So many hot on Geki's blocks, it hurts so much. Oh, Hulk's dead. Okay, maybe not. When you see someone near you in the air like that, and you have full Buster Charge through Sogenmu, it's a 4-frame button, it'll win.
50-50. Nice adjustment. Oh,
and guess
it worked.
Snap? Oh, but getting hit out of the snap.
And dodges the missiles. That's the crucial thing there.
It's always such a tragedy when it goes down that way, but Hagar lives. Within chip range, though. Needs Tex, or goes to Hulk, then X's. Okay. Swax invested for both players. The life favors very much in favor of Tokyo right now, but there's a decent amount of red life that could come back in favor of TJ.
Oh, just playing it slow, looking for a react there, something defensive. Is Virgil without bar is a much more predictable character, and you can use that to your advantage.
Definitely. If you could restrict the amount of meter Virgil has access to, your life will be incredibly blessed. Let's see. Doom getting in there, getting above Virgil, hits with the butter gun. I wonder if at that height it would have been possible to confirm into her 6H. But it looks like Virgil's going to get out. Guess the hit. Is there a real confirm? There is, which means he will build the beater to do the damage. Is it enough? Oh, decides to just go straight into the swords instead of kill.
I mean, I respect that for the most part, TJ was just playing Marvel 2 there. Hanging in the air and relying on the Lariat as the vessel of their complete pressure, and ooh, that was a weird and late action.
Ooh,
but hey.
The pipe is the correct one, and with this, it looks like it will be the end of Dante. Decides to do many drop kicks, and doesn't even need to use meter, building it all and bringing him all the way to the corner. Let's see, any adjustments? It looks like Tokyo's ready to go right back in, this time TJ taking a moment before they go into the match. Ooh. Swinging. Do they hit Dante with this? Oh, they hit. They don't catch him with the Sphere Flame. I think that would have killed if it had been slightly earlier.
But they did have a complete defensive edge during that whole punish. So Tokyo's got something to think about considering their assist is now bleeding pretty badly. And we're dead!
And or dead.
That makes it easy.
Okay, not needing to fight Dante and not letting either Zero or Virgil have a jam session assist is good, but sacrificing your Hulk is not a great situation. You're going to need to eat an incoming mix-up with Dr. Doom. Do you think that he could survive? Is this going to be cross-up? Non-cross-up for the start. It's going to be...
Went too low.
And with that, Doom gets out, he's able to live, gets the chance to play, summons Lariat to keep himself safe. Oh no, gets the butter gun. That move is one of the only ones you can't cancel. It's even though it's a regular normal. I think out of the regular normals, is it the only regular normal you can't cancel in the game?
I'm
Because
sure
all
there's
others
another.
are command normals, I think. Chat, save me on this. Is there any other normal that's not a command normal that you cannot cancel? Oh my gosh. Hagar is going to need to get in on a character who has Busters and Sogenmu. This is a very challenging... Oh! Tokyo decides to just be cautious with that one because you could hit Hagar out of the air. We've seen Yuli and some other folks go for hits on aerial Hagar as he's coming down using the Raikosen plus Buster. But Tokyo clears it out. Great job to Tokyo.
This such a close match now. 2-2 situation. Never easy to put TJ to 2-2. So even getting this far, whether or not you win, you have made a huge accomplishment.
And this is how TJ wants things to go. A happy birthday against the most threatening character on point and their assist, but they still need to interact with the Dark Virgil. Do you think Tokyo is where Dark Virgil rises?
I think still has to get through the EVO winning mix, and now, hold on, TJ, you've got a terrible ride coming your way.
And Hulk vaporized within seconds, 3/4 of X Factor still remaining. And Doom takes a little bit of chip and gets out of there.
Escapes. And then Photon are ready to keep this. Spear Flames, that's smart.
Teleport timing?
I don't think Tokyo was willing to take that on Parsec.
Understood. Dash into his face, jump up Helmbreaker, as is expected.
He didn't want to be thrown. It's proper practice.
Oh, hidden missiles is summoned, so now there's Tokyo doesn't respect it. We heard it come out, but Tokyo is now going to eat so much damage, is going to die.
Keep it simple, just needs enough to get a level 3 to kill. That should be it.
Yeah, TJ is going to take this 3-2. Great work to Tokyo. They played excellently, and I'm sure this was... Wait, was this in the learner's side of the bracket already? No, that means Tokyo's out. TJ clutching it out 3-2 over Tokyo, but that means we'll have to see Tokyo next week or something instead. They played great this bracket, but TJ just too strong.
This is the set of tournaments leading into the final invitationals, so if you didn't have the best opportunity to do what you wanted this week, come back next week. We'll be waiting.
Okay. Waiting on that last assist selection. I definitely favor Zero against Virgil in the point matchup. Danger Box recommending cleaning your buttons. Yes, that's a basic one that is worth it. If you have stuff that builds up around your buttons, they could be unfortunate. Clean them and things will be better.
Ooh. This is what it takes to chase Yuli, but if you chase a little too aggressively, you will get caught, and the strike back will be incredibly hard.
Yes, they will need to... Requiem will need to do the thing more effective than one dead character and make 2 dead characters here, because they've lost their point Virgil and need to handle a mix-up that still has some Sogenmu.
Oh! Just
did caught. And with that catch, Yuli makes the most of it, getting it, but there's an extra chance here for Requiem, but it is immediately met by mix-up by Yuli. It's so hard to block Zero with Jam Session, and that perfect snap with leaving Doom at a pixel, very good. Oh, and forces the X Factor out of Requiem, but Requiem gets the hit, loses their Doom, but has the hit on Zero. This could be worth it, is going to have meter for orbs, and gets the kill on the robot. Do they invest? They did not invest in orbs. Okay. Gets the hit on Dante without them. All is good. Is going to run out of X Factor and snaps. Now they activate orbs to fight Virgil. Get the trade. What are they going to do with this? The tag right back into Dante. Uses up the rest of the orbs time and Dante doesn't die. This is looking very good for Yuli and very challenging for Requiem.
Well, that's going to catch, I think. You can't rely on Satellite every time.
And with that, Yuli is going to take this first game, going up 1-0 over Requiem. What adjustments do you think need to be made there? Because Zero was able to take out Virgil, but I feel like the Strider was able to get some work done. They just need to end up in a few more. Oh,
looking like it.
Happy birthday!
There we go. The prophecy is complete. Hit him twice. And hit him harder.
This was the harder hit, killing 2 characters at the cost of your meter and X Factor, but it got rid of Zero and Dante, and you have an incoming mix-up with Virgil. Ooh, X Factor engage, and has plenty of meter. Will they get the mix? The mix was successful. Virgil goes down, Doomy Seed incoming, and plenty of meter available.
You tried, but sometimes the game just said, explode.
There's a lot of exploding that goes on in this game, and Strider, even if he blocks this, is going to get close to exploding just from the chip damage, but manages to avoid getting chipped or hit, but he presses a button on the way down. That wasn't safe to do, and because of that, he's going to eat a full combo here.
He's a little far? No, still in, okay.
Is miss with the 2H, and because of that, Orbs can activate, is going to get the combo. What do they do with it? You get the cross up. Okay. One additional hit is going to be enough to kill here. If they have the correct mix, this is going to go in favor of Requiem, but Spiral Swords is available now.
Satellite release in 2. Pick up, yeah, there we go.
Nice job clutching it out with X-Factor-less Strider. Great work to Requiem there. Now, ooh, that was a scary start. The 6H got the hit, but the confirm was not on deck. Spiral Swords engaged, the meter has been used, and now Yuli didn't even need to use a meter to counter the Spiral Swords, and because of that, they're just going to be at such an advantage here.
Terrifying trade up here. Yuli going to have 3 bars before they even open this hand of terror.
Okay, so seeing how last match went, would you snap in Strider, or would you kill June? Okay.
Generally, the rule of thumb is always snap the Strider.
Okay. And decides to go into Sogenmu, so it looks like, going for Sogenmu and the snap, so
that was sick.
I appreciate that choice. Going to be able to kill Strider leaves Doom as anchor, but I don't know, Requiem may have a...
Wait.
Oh no, Requiem has another chance.
Not this chance, X-Factor very smart.
But Requiem may have a solo Doom proficiency. Let's see if they can make it work. It's looking much harder as Zero has nonsense he could put on screen. He has access to Jam Session, so Genmu is letting him put even more buttons out. This is looking like a very scary situation for Requiem.
Tries to slow it down, just wants to take some of that plasma off the screen and gets caught. No, wait, they're safe. This time, not so much.
Oh, with the drop. Catches with the lightning. Great work by Yuli putting that upward hitting hitbox out there. And with that, Yuli going up 2-1, I believe. And Requiem immediately back in it. Does the stinger, but then gets hit by Jam Session. It's fascinating. I don't feel like they're getting an S out of their stinger that would make it a happy birthday. But I guess that is Parsec. Ooh, throwing out some hot Ungekis. The Helmbreaker hits. And a confirm for Yuli. Everything going their way after a challenging exchange. Looks like Virgil is going to die, but I think it will take a meter. Oh, it does not! Yuli knows exactly when Ryu Engine will kill. Great work, Yuli.
Yeah, nice catch. Small rewards lead to big punishes.
And this is going to be the end of Zero. Doesn't even need to use meter. Uses 1 meter just to make sure. You never want to think, oh, it's not going to take meter, then leave that pixel 0 and lose the game. As X-Factor. Okay, goes immediately into Spiral Swords. And picks up the Strider with it too. Great work here.
Oh, what a trade. Which one's going to win?
Photons catches. Oh no, new Photons would catch, so X-Factor. Just patient. Both of them just waiting there for a moment. Jam Session connects, but doesn't turn into a full combo. Round trip chipping, and now there is a finished X-Factor for Yuli, but they still have both Virgil and Dante at full life. Send the Strider.
Patience. Oh, Yuli saw a great opportunity to slow that Strider down, and that's some X-Factor time you are not getting back. Most of your X-Factor time. Oh, happy birthday. It's sometimes just never works out.
Is this enough to kill?
Strider's low
Strider's
HP.
low health, but he's also small. Okay, here you go. And with that, Yuli takes it 3-1. Very nice work. Requiem played amazingly, but just Yuli was able to confirm off in more situations into more value.
Absolutely. Great stuff from both players. Next up, we're going to have Renickuluss versus Von Doom, the run back of the run back.
They avoid busters, but grounds where you can arm, so looking for a gap. and hoping you can take it is the best course of action when you have to run Spencer straight into 0 like this.
Ooh, and getting the first hit's helpful too, and the snap enabled access to the Virgil and got the hit. I think this should kill. Reset. Virgil was not ready, and now he's going to lose all that life without even needing to spend meter. That is very favorable for Von Doom. So how do you feel? Renickuluss has been doing some work. Have we seen much of their anchors here before? Oh, we're not going to see it. We're going to see it with the support of Doom. Working out.
Or that will do it. Von Doom choosing to just snipe at the cost of no confirm, but hey, 0 takes a lot for anything you throw at him.
Ooh, getting around it, but Renickuluss, what are they going to do? The nice use of the butter gun there by Von Doom. Able to control space when they need to, covering an angle, but now photons and then allowing themselves to move. Pressures when they have the opportunity, but then disengaging when they need to. But missiles are coming out. What do they do to get around it? They hit with the butter gun and are able to confirm on 0. Great stuff to Von Doom.
Cross under, cross up, brings him into a late hit with the sword. Sometimes those patterns are very hard to anticipate. And now this is the Spencer show. The damage is off the limits because some of these moves just do not scale.
And Renickuluss is going to likely lose their Doom. Decides to go with the bionic maneuvers, and Von Doom takes the first game. Let's see. Renickuluss had a lot of situations where they were under pressure, but what do you think they need to do in order to approach both the Spencer matchup on point and during the points that they were interacting with Doom, how to better fight that as well?
Across the board, Spencer, very assist reliant in a lot of his mix-ups, so looking for when and where he's calling, it can sometimes indicate exactly what Spencer's intentions are. And 0, you are the best battleship to ever randomly float at the top of the screen and drop hard knockdown projectiles. Or soft.
They used to be hard knockdown. Thank goodness when they went from vanilla to ultimate, they decided to at least change that about them. The other changes, maybe some other impacts were involved with that, but getting rid of hard knockdown on Buster was a very good decision by the developers at Capcom, or at Aiden.
Of course, sometimes we have to do situations like this where we need a brief pause, but otherwise, we'd appreciate if you could run through your button checks as fast as possible. We pay by the hour. Thank you, Tangrove.
Oh, and speaking of paying by the hour, someone who has done an amazing job of making sure we paid these players tonight is a lazy Dragonite who put $25 in the pot, which I believe will be distributed among the top 3. So good stuff to Lazy Dragonite for making sure that when someone fights some Spencer Doom, or they're trying to block Virgil for 30 seconds, that they are rewarded for their investment. We appreciate how you support the community.
Yes, they are truly the boss of Sloth. And a great Captain America player.
Okay, let's see what we're gonna have coming up.
Did Von Doom just randomly DC?
I hope they are okay. But sometimes people have challenges. And while people are addressing their challenges, that's one of the good things about being flexible. Instead of letting your challenge be a challenge for everything, we're now going to be running Mario 19 and Quack on stream. So you will see the Ryu, Spider-Man, Wolverine coming up against which of Quack's many teams do you think is best at reducing the chances that Mario 19 will be able to make an upset in the tiers? What do you think, Wizard Team?
Quack plays a lot of good teams. I honestly think for Mario's team, it's definitely the Shuma 50-50 with Nova. It's just that mix-up is hard on a good day, and Mario's team is not particularly great at avoiding it.
It looks like Von Doom made it back, so it looks like we will finish the set instead of switching over to that one, though likely we'll run that one next, I think.
Remember, ideally, if you're connecting to this, we'd love it if you would use hardwired connections. It makes the chance of disconnecting and other things a lot less likely.
Yeah, and sometimes there's stuff that is beyond your control, but communicating clearly and making sure that people know what's up helps make sure that everything can run as smoothly as it can in the chaotic world we live in.
It looks like we're back at it. Just as a reminder, I'll throw this out, people. These are public tournaments. If you look for the match call, you two could be joining in and cranking those points towards entering the incredible Skytopia finale. It's going to be gangbusters. We got so many great players fighting for these point totals.
And in order to do that, you would join the Discord. There's a link right in the chat, and that's where everything is organized. And there's a bunch of fun events too. Like, to my understanding, is there an all random
That's
potential
Sunday.
opportunity? It's this Sunday. So if you're one of the people who feels like you've mastered the entire cast of Marvel, or at least like more than most people have, it may be a good idea to enter and see if you're able to get your game on with the entire cast. Maybe in some orders that you didn't expect.
Yeah, that's
Getting
always
those
the
buttons
best of
back.
it. What do you think is the best team for random that would never be played in vanilla? Or
I think there's a bunch of characters that are just underrated, so people don't choose them enough. Like Joe, we've seen Dots' Joe excelling recently, and Joe's a character that most people wouldn't be like, "Ha, I'm picking a high tier character that could do good things," but he shuts down such a large amount of the cast that's lower than him that I feel he's pretty solid as a potential thing, but only if you have the Joe knowledge intact and you know how to control your shocking pinks and where to put boomerangs and when you should aim them above you or below you or in front of you and how to get the optimization out of that. But it looks like Zero getting some hits, so things are going a little differently. The first time Von Doom had gotten all the momentum from the beginning, but this time not the case.
ooh, I love when trades just lead to Spencer no matter what.
Spencer is very good at trading. I'm actually curious what the most ideal.
Think about your assist from behind.
And it didn't end up catching. That was incredibly good at getting out of there. Dante just doing his guitar slide out of harm's way. Very fortunate as an assist.
Just a little Marvel spaghetti, but hey, ride the problem to the victory.
Yeah,
Von
anytime things don't go as you intend them to, that just means that it's an opportunity to learn how to better win. So it looks like Renickuluss' Zero is in there, so Genmu not getting a ton of value, but immediately after it ends getting the hit, and it's even better that way because that means that Renickuluss is building value for every single hit here, getting all that bonus meter, and now at the point that they need to activate, they have a bar and a half left in order to kill the next character. It's such a favorable situation to be in.
Right, where are you blocking? Because this is all Zero time.
Oh, the trade! And
Oh, that
Dante's
assist
about
is in
to
trouble.
die. Zero died, and Dante just got smacked, but he's okay. So, what if you hit Spencer here, do you kill him, or do you snap in Virgil?
I think he's probably still snapping Virgil, but Spencer of X Factor is still a problem character. Oh. Lucky they got to air block that, or that would have been quite the problem.
Ooh, and Rapid Slash has such a huge hitbox. Pulled Doom back to the corner. Von Doom knows what'll take on his own character, and Doom suddenly about to go down to the Virgil DHC. How do you feel about Dante with X Factor here? Because there's only 18 seconds left on the clock.
This is going to be a struggle, because even if Dante can get the hits, he kills so slowly. Luckily, this won't be a question of problem. He's probably officially dead. Never mind.
He's alive. Yeah, when OTGing with Spiral Swords, if you don't have the right assist for it or the right assist time, Dante, you have X Factor. What are okay? Thank you. I was a bit
I don't think it's
concerned.
possible for him to kill two characters in this short a time.
I agree. But they could get more life potentially. Not that way though. Very close match, but it looks like it's going to be Von Doom up 2-0 over Renickuluss. But Renickuluss almost brought that back with that last bit from Dante.
Character select. Okay, just contemplating for a second, but
This is the stealth version of the Zero team, since everything's played on Bon Wonderland. Ooh.
the swinging out has to respect both missile pairs. Is that enough for a pickup? It is. On Doom, taking us to the overdrive here, bringing in the damage, and he hasn't even started those Ks yet.
Ooh, this is going to be the end of Zero and the set timing for incoming mix.
I got it.
That was fascinating. I like that mix-up. It has an interesting behavior and punishes a lot of different things.
One more 50-50.
Okay, uses their ground bounce. Uses missiles.
Oh yeah, the milking damage output that you get off of missiles.
And does it 1 meter required, but barely. And because it's ended with the bionic maneuver, set incoming time. Same one? Oh, different one this time. Goes for the top, but this one didn't confirm off of it the same.
Has to X. Doesn't X.
And with that, Renickuluss is eliminated from the tournament, with Von Doom taking it to move on to fight.
Everything is inherently feels like you are winning just by default here, but like that Ryu turns to be the biggest demon on his team often. And the question is, Quack usually takes the advantage by being the one who's more unorthodox, but I'm not even sure Quack's ready for this Wolverine. If you've never seen it before, it's quite the surprise. So I think we've got a total balance between these two players and their inherent skill sets.
What did I just say about Joe in relation to the other characters that could come up in random selects? Like, we've seen such good interaction with projectiles by Mario and all of his other matchups, but this Joe has been really good at just putting things on the screen that are hard for Ryu to interact with, and potentially just kills him here. The photons are enough to kill. Oh my
I can't believe that worked.
I actually haven't seen this team from Quack. Has he been playing this recently?
No, but he always seems to have another team somewhere in that back pocket.
Well, I'm already pleased with it. Let's see Joe die, though. Oh, decides to not invest in a way that'll kill him, but gets the happy birthday afterwards. Captain America's about to lose tons of life. Ooh, gets it with the charging star assist. This is going to be the end of Spider-Man. Do you think the incoming mix-up cooks Wolvie?
Good patience, charging star, threaded in. Oh, that's very close. You might be able to throw this. Never mind.
I wonder if that 6H was just, hard kick was just like attempted to be throw tech that also happened to win as a normal. And with that, Quack taking the first game with this Joe Doom Captain America. I very rarely see Cap in the anchor position. How do y'all feel about that? The Lazy Boss is in chat. How does our local Cap feel about seeing him in the anchor position here?
It always feels like Quack just knows something we don't, and it always seems to come out when they play these teams because, oh my god, even Mario is sometimes being blessed just by all the stuff Quack is bringing to the table.
But wait, I have seen this team by Quack. It was a very long time ago, but I remember that he has hype Joe loops where once he gets the slow with Joe, you could just do Charging Star into Charging Star and it's a combo. And it builds a lot of meter and does a lot of damage real quick. But let's see. Doom Cap versus Spider-Man Wolverine. Very unorthodox setups. Oh, and great job using the photons to protect his homie. Wants to make sure that Captain America survives. Dr. Doom being the good friend.
Looking to snipe out that Spider-Man movement to slow it down. The classic Quack.
But unfortunately for Quack, with his sniping attempts, he has lost all of his meter, and now he's been hit by this web throw, which I think should lead to a dead Doom. There's 2 meters on that.
Wait.
Oh, didn't work. good stuff to
Oh
come,
no,
but
tiny.
he lets the Spider-Man live. And all of the photons missed. That was very fortunate for Mario. Let's see what he does around this. Is going to get above so he doesn't get hit by the photons, but still gets hit by them. They hadn't
That's gotta
traveled
sting.
far enough down.
Oh my god, the hard kick.
And the dive kick. Opposite and equal.
As I said, I predicted maybe Quack wasn't ready, but in this time, maybe they were. Maybe I'm just a large curse on legs. Who knows?
And with that, it looks like Quack showing value for his entire team. That was a strange interaction at the end when Wolverine got knocked backwards. Okay, let's see. We've seen a lot of cool stuff in this set already, but this is when Mario 19 has the opportunity to heat up. He's really good at getting a lot of opportunities to get jump-ins against stuff. Let's see if he manages to find them here or finds ways to at least get started, because this Joe is doing so much to control neutral. For you? Oh no,
Wow. That's something you don't see every day, and it worked so successfully too. Mario is just so cool under pressure.
Indeed, but now... Oh, didn't get the flaming boomerang for Joe. This is a tragedy for Quack, but is still in a pretty advantageous position. Just running away, throwing booms, winning interactions when Spider-Man tries to move at him. Very scary stuff. And then using that Captain America both as a fast poke, but also... Oh! Has a chance. America's in.
This is the assist.
Did not get the assist for the rest of it though, and because of that, Cap is going to eat serious damage, and Mario's team is still intact with all three of its members, and the TAC is now on deck. I don't think this is gonna kill. They were both pressing S. The attempt to TAC was real on all sides. But let's see. Beautiful Joe has been very effective while he's been on point. His boomerangs have been successful, and now gets out of this Hadoken. Going to just put more stuff on screen. Gets the flaming boomerang that time, but it doesn't work out, and now he's going to die. Berserker Slash moves forward quite fast. It's a great poke.
They're gonna slow it down again. But yeah, goes for the oops all assist mix up here.
Ooh. Oh, and into the photon array.
Wants to build some space again.
This is an interesting way to fight Wolverine. But now that was a great use of the web ball, but Captain America just handled it into the THC. That's an interesting choice there.
Oh, couldn't get the full pickup.
Gosh, Quack using those resources. Very happy to just do this. Oh, was able to get the confirm despite that, and now Quack is at an advantage, but their healths are very similar. There's only 17 marble seconds left. When will you activate X for both of these players?
I think sooner than later, is Quack is just going to play at a very slow pace and try and run you out with the chip, and just being so low commit. So both players are likely to do exactly this. Keep your X up, keep your ability to not be chipped, and just get one or two hits to see if you can take the lead here.
Oh, and summoned the Cap, but there's mix available.
That should be a finishing kiss for this round.
And the stars in Skype, just to show that he knows what's up. And with that, Quack is going to take it 3-0 over Mario 19. Mario 19, you did crazy awesome stuff in this bracket. We hope to see more of you, but we also admit that Quack is amazing with this excellent team that he's developed.
I'm a big fan of this team. Tim, what do you think is going to be the key of this Quack versus Legend matchup?
It's the 50-50. Legend has 3 grounded characters that are not that agile in the air on oncoming, which means they have to take the full brunt of that late or early crossover with the Shuma. However, if you can slow down the chance of ever having to suffer the mix-up, your chances get a lot better. So Legend putting the Wesker in the front and doing their best to just take care of these characters. Said a high point of this team as a whole is the fact that running rocks does give Nova the ability to brace straight through certain ground-based aggression characters. But couldn't get a kill there, tried to go for the TAC, and Legend smelling exactly what Quack was trying to cook. Ooh. So many amazing blocks from Legend. However, that one coming home to roost. And, ooh. Well, that chip luckily catches the gunshot, and here comes the 50-50. Which side are we on? That was cross. Ooh, couldn't get a pickup here. However, this time, multiple times, no confirms. Quack just going for total scramble, but so long as they stay in the driver's seat, eventually they'll stabilize, and stabilize they do.
Oh my gosh, that stabilization's pretty good. Going to be the end of Chris, and decides to have Doom in for the mix-up.
Yep, 50-50, which side are you blocking?
Shorty super once the ground is touched, into the demon flip, as is the custom. Ooh, the beam will catch. Doom taking a huge amount of damage. He can't take chip from another one, but gets the last meter out of Akuma with those photons. That's pretty fortunate.
Slow down. Health is a resource, and optimally, with Akuma running out of X, you're going to want to get a little bit of that Doom health back.
Definitely. Ooh, but this hit is real. Does Nova have a kill here? I think he needs the TAC to do it. Not if the combo drops. Ooh, getting that up. More Mystic Rays. Ooh, is this going to hit the recovery? Gets out of there in time. Gets the
What a punish.
Good stuff baiting the Shoryu and still having a punish for it. That was excellent work by Quack. Let's see what adjustments are made by Legend in making this happen. Ooh, this should catch. But Mr. Gray saves the day. But Wesker is honestly fine with taking a little Mystic Ray damage, but not a damage from a full combo. 2 meters on deck. 2 meters on deck, and then no combo afterwards. But 0 meters on deck for Legend. Let's see how he handles this situation. Has gotten a meter out of Quack.
And this is a new age, old age team Quack plays. It's just as good at mixing as it is standing back and using chipping assists.
Oh, and great work getting in there, but then got caught by the assist. Let's see. Ooh, opportunity for both players there, but neither had the confirmation they desired. Nova Shield assist seems like it's something that Living Legend isn't playing quite around how he needs to in order to move how he would like, and the Mystic Ray is also threatening. Quack didn't confirm the first hit, but sometimes you don't need to confirm the first one if you manage to do something good afterwards.
Snap, 50-50. A nice block. Legend's been doing great in catching those cross-up timings. Oh, sneaks him in.
Ooh, catches both? I'm a little surprised there was no Phantom Dance DHC there. I thought that would be quite favorable. But does this catch Doom? It does not. And Nova gets the block. Now there's no meter available for Akuma, and he's in hit stun. The worst situation.
Doom will finish. Still gets the 50-50 of both of these characters. No major difference when you get the hit like that.
And with that, is it going to be the end of Wesker for 1 meter? It is indeed. Now Chris is going to have to do this. He has X Factor to help him see the incoming. You think he'll use it there?
No, just relied on natural blocking instinct. Legend really does have it when he needs it.
But he's gonna need it right here because there's a huge advantage for Quack. He has characters that could stall against Chris, and there's only 27 seconds on the Marble clock, but Quack only needs 3 of them. Kills off Chris immediately, and had 24 left on the clock. Let's see, Legend will have to make some adjustments if they want to be able to beat Quack tonight. What do you think those adjustments are?
Just has to... So far they've done a great job of blocking. They just have to find hits and be able to ride into a flame grenade or another mix like that, because they really have not gotten an optimal mix-up this entire set.
And Raw Snap has been favorable for Quack. It has hit and brought in this Akuma, going to be able to do damage but not kill. And not killing Akuma is very unfortunate because he can do the damage back. The falling H is exactly what's needed. Legend being clutch with his Akuma, bringing back into Wesker. Oh, projectile counter was not favorable there. But now Quack down to 1 meter. He could kill if he invests either X Factor or other resources, but oh, this is going to not be a catch. Now that the glasses are off, do you think that it'll help any with the footsies that's trying to be played here?
Yes. You need all the speed you can get. Specifically an X.
This is going to kill Doom, but Shumagorath has X Factor. Will he survive incoming mix-up?
I don't think so. Legend's got an easy and simple one that works even on this weird body.
But
I lied.
doesn't get the full combo afterwards. No, you were right. Just the part that came afterwards did not turn into a kill. X Factor used and the correct response. Command throw. Command throw is 1 frame. If they do not hold up immediately after X Factoring, you get to kill them for it. It's a great factor of Wesker that most characters do not have access to. Okay, let's see, the Chris is coming out, the Wesker, debating whether there's any adjustments. Looks like just making sure colors are in a feasible place. Let's see if this time there's an opportunity to deal with this Doom, with the Nova, with the Shuma. They have the advantage immediate Phantom Dance again, and to confirm, this is so ideal for Living Legend.
Oh no, drops, but take it, you still got the momentum, and that's good enough.
Got the kill meterless, and Shuma is in a scary situation. Catches both, but the confirm off of that's only going to allow Wesker to get hit. But this is looking very favorable for Quack. They have access to the remainder of X and
50. Nice block again. Legend's very consistent.
But the throw, you can't block a throw. This is going to be the end of Chris, but I think that a decent amount of resources need to be used. Maybe not. Uses the level 3, wants to make sure.
Big body HP wise.
And Doom can kill big bodies HP wise. He's so good at it.
That time it hit.
A little less of a big body. Doom going to be easily able to kill him. We'll probably still invest level 3. He just wants to make sure. Oh, does the Tearful Hyper instead? Fear Flame works out for the additional follow-up. And with that, going to kill off Akuma and take the set over Living Legend. Great work to both players. Good to see them in bracket, and I'm sure we'll see Living Legend next cycle. But Quack is moving on in the learner's side, and that is in order to fight loser 56, which is Remora No Life. Oh, dang.
Yeah, we've got that match coming up next on stream. Remora.
I think that having good management of Buster is very important, because if somebody loses Buster charge, the other 0 gets to pressure. So like right there, as the first person to use Buster, it was necessary for No Life to activate Sogenmu in order to manage the situation. And since they didn't get a ton of value from the Sogenmu, it leaves them now at a meter disadvantage. So figuring out who has charge in what situation, I like the X Factor for Remora here. Getting the confirm on 0 is going to be able to kill him off meterless.
And the nest egg here. So he's got 3 bars. I mean, there's a lot of looks to take of Sugemu.
And Dante goes down. Would you snap here, or would you kill?
Yes, I would snap. Remora gonna kill through.
But has Sogenmu for incoming mix-up to make it extra scary. Gets the hit, but it doesn't confirm.
No Life, I respect this Virgil a lot. They are so scary.
And no X Factor available for Remora, so they need to deal with this the old-fashioned way. No way to get extra looks, and they needed an extra look there, but didn't
Throw meter
get
at the problem.
And has to confirm for Remora. That's what happens. One of the things that determines who wins games is if somebody confirms into substantial damage and somebody only gets a glancing hit, it will definitely impact things. And Remora, because of their confirmation skills, looks like they'll be able to close out this round against No Life's Virgil.
Think back to the nest egg. Because of Remora X Factor, they had so much more bar to work with at this exact point.
What a great observation, Tim. Figuring out, that's the thing that Living Legend's often really strong at as well. Investing X Factor, knowing you'll get the kill, and wanting extra meter for how you play the remainder of the match. Ooh, but No Life with the great confirm there. Doesn't quite get it, but has the mix afterwards. This
the
is
next
looking
layer.
Great for No Life. How do you like those layers, Tim?
They are clean like French pastry, but oh, Remora finding a gap.
Finding his way out. Oh no! Got a medium into butter gun and didn't have a salvage for it. This is going to be tag into Sogenmu or DHC into Sogenmu. Ooh, that could have gone very badly for either player right there. Unblockable on that?
High-low.
Not quite unblockable, but went for it. And this is going to be the end of Zero, but we see so much meter left on No Life side. Even losing Zero, they have a lot of resources to work with. Oh, not losing Zero.
This is unoptimal. Remora was about to get that kill. Now the White Comet. Can they still manage to zoom in for this mix-up? Oof. Still tricky even at the mid-screen.
Oh my gosh. The rate at which they fly, traveling through space, making this damage. Oh, and this will catch Dante. Is X Factor invested? Decides not to do it. Wants to make sure they still have X on deck for Virgil. Ooh, Dante. Tag gets into Virgil, so that way he'll have Virgil with access to the jam session assist. Very nice to have access to.
Good patience, getting a tag on the bottom there.
Oh, and Helmbreaker is the solution. Going to be able to confirm on this Doom. Uses it for a snap. S.
Has to X.
How do you feel about S as the incoming? That was stand still until the last moment, and S.
I don't know, Helmbreaker seems to work just as well. Inverted S.
Inverted S. The inverted S is quite dangerous. Do not recommend being hit by one. But Dante, no inverted S necessary. Goes into the Dimension Slash and is going to take the game for Remora. Okay. No Life, neither of these have been blowouts. Those matches have been close. But what... Let's see, do you think No Life can win this Buster War in the beginning with Zero?
I think so. For the most part, Remora's been just taking it ahead in these scrambles, but No Life has done an amazing job of keeping Remora from ever having a good flowchart, like corner mix game. All of these kills have been in awkward spots where the character gets in relatively free. This time, however, I think the White Comet is about to cross up, over, and any direction that it takes to kill here. Which side are we blocking? White Comet...
Oh, it's working.
The missiles! The AI sometimes really does screw you.
Oh, Buster? Let's see, you have access to this. This is going to be the end of Dante or the snap into Virgil. We've seen a mix of options. Which do you think they're going for?
Sogenmu that gets the tail of the mix-up. I'm guessing cross back with missile call. Oh no, he does the Virgil variation. I got it.
Yeah, and it looks like No Life, accustomed to letting other people not play, today he's not getting to play. And with that, Remora taking it over No Life to make it into, is that the winner's finals? That was winner's semis, so that means the winner, he's going to be up against Ulysses in the winner's finals of the tournament.
That's going to be an exciting match. I can't wait. No Life still, though, has a chance to make a strong run down in Learners.
I think that when to summon assists and when to relinquish ground will be very important because Chun-Li has a lot more options for mobility in the air, but Wolverine has some degenerate hitboxes with his claws that make it so he could counter some of her approaches. So figuring out when someone has control of the ground and when they need to release it, because Plasma Beam and Tatsu Assist are both very solid at controlling ground space. It looks like Tatsu was the first one to confirm into a solid hit. Wizard Tim, what do you think about how the Wolverine versus Chun-Li match works?
I think the ground game is so dominantly in Wolverine's favor here, but the big X factor is both versions of the bird kick.
For those who have not messed with spinning bird kick, it's not your turn after you block spinning bird kick. The goal is to not block spinning bird kick because she gets to continue to do stuff if you're trying to take your turn back, so it can be a threat. But Von Doom here hitting with their signature character, going to be able to kill off Akuma by going through the DHC. Do you think that Akuma will take any more hits after the super, or it's the super?
There's one.
Okay, goes to the other side.
Nice block. First thing, and now Chun-Li back in, and this character really can fight Spencer pretty well. That intense speed does give you an advantage, but oh, everybody is made mortal by that fist to the face.
The strongest woman is still immortal, and with that, the attack will crush, and Viper is going to have to carry this for the team. Does Spencer come back in, or does Doom stay on point? Spencer comes back in.
Spencer, for a grounded character like Viper, that mix is pretty potent, but
I feel like against Spencer, Eye Laser and Seismic Hammer are both very good. Because if he decides to do anything funky, it catches him out of both the air and the ground in a lot of situations, and if he Bionic Arms, you could just go for one of your many invincible moves to beat it.
tried Dex Vector, but got caught just by the Spencer footsies, and this is likely to be a death. Very guaranteed to be a death now.
Indeed. It looks like Viper's CIA training does not help her deal with men from the future with mechanical arms. Just not one of the things that comes up in training, you know?
Okay.
Oh, got the second hit, but then didn't believe that their mix would work with the double overhead, and because of that, Von Doom going to be the first one to get this confirmed. Nice mix. Getting the throw afterwards should be able to confirm this. But things are dropping a little bit. People, Parsec happens. But has been able to continually win neutral after those drops. Great stuff to Von Doom there.
And this team amplifies Wolverine's in-air cross-up game because you have the slant shot for the airborne and the grounded beam for that rest of the coverage. So you have to be on your toes to block it.
Wolverine comes back in. Can Viper block the incoming? She blocks the first part and invests the meter just in case Wolverine comes at her.
Moogle's never afraid to run off their Viper, but ooh, surge forward. Wolverine's incredible speed catching her in the eye laser animation.
Indeed, and she does not survive. Von Doom going up another game. Moogle Fighter, we've seen a lot of good stuff out of. I think that they could make this happen, but they'll really need to adjust what they're doing in getting these initial hits, because as you were saying, that Wolverine ground game and the normal jump height game as well has just been so effective against Chun-Li each time. DHC, and because of the Sphere Flame, going to be able to tag back in for the Wolverine mix.
Crazy.
But that invests the X Factor, knows that that way the Kuma will be dead, is able to do it meterless because, oh no, not able to do it meterless, and now Kuma's alive, has the opportunity to put out this beam, instead wisely goes into the cotton candy.
Alright, just anything is free at this point.
Ooh! Viper is a great character, but one of the challenges she has is she doesn't have a safe DHC in. And that makes it so you need to just let your character in front of her die a lot of the time, which is not ideal.
Okay, gets the full extension here.
And Weapon X. I don't think Weapon X is enough, though. I think she barely lives. No, she's done. Weapon X isn't enough. And with that, is that Von Doom taking it 3-0?
Great stuff from Von Doom there over Moogle Fighter, currently the second in our leaderboard, but eliminated in top 8. Still great stuff tonight from Moogle. We really appreciate you coming out for the exhibition and then showing us what you can do, making it all the way to top 8 here in the learners' quarters. But
because Virgil has advantage at getting pressure, but he does need to respect Shadow Blade since it has a 3-frame startup. Figuring out who's going to be able to get space. Oh, if she gets space at the beginning, this is much more favorable for Von Doom. But activation of Devil Trigger, that's a very fascinating one. How do you feel about investing the 1 meter in Devil Trigger at the start of the game, Wizardkin?
I think if you're really confident that the only way you're going to stop Morgan is maneuvering at the same speed and height she is, it might be worth it. But I feel like the game becomes very much about meter when you fight Morgan, specifically when the only way you stop all of these soul fists is with swords, and it's a huge risk.
I'm slightly offended by the very well executed frame trap there by Ancient Requiem, where they wanted Doom to swing into it, so they did HS, delay for just a moment HS, and it was a good griminess that was an effective mix. But we've seen Von Doom named for this character, but unfortunately the hit is there. It looks like Ancient Requiem going to give another chance, but Requiem's been playing strong this evening. Great adjustment by Von Doom, knowing that they were a little too far away, but had the time to walk up, making sure that they could hit that OTG. Devil Trigger. I like this. That's one of the... There's many benefits to Virgil as a character, but he is a character that no matter if you have him in Devil Trigger or not, he still has an installed DHC in. But Strider gets around the foot dive, and because of that kills Doom, is going to have incoming mix-up on Virgil. Orbs is available.
Look at this layer.
No confirm though. And now Virgil has a chance to X. Activates, gets kicked in the head. With that, it looks like Ancient Requiem takes the first game over Von Doom. Okay, getting Astral on immediately this time, but in a situation where they lose a third of it before they get to do anything. And great Strider summon there means that now the Astral's going to be out, and Virgil still has a decent amount of life left.
That was a great make lemonade when you're given lemons, as they couldn't hit Morgan, but they could certainly hit the Doom assist, realizing that Requiem just had no other options, goes for it, and look, and behold, look how much damage they've taken across that team.
And each of these Helmbreakers has just meant so much against Morgan. Looks like Doom is going to get caught by the round trip. Really great placement there by Requiem, but there's still Virgil. Goes for the snap. Good patience by Doom, and activates the Spiral Swords of their own. But Requiem's pressure just too solid. Von Doom crumbling under it, taking this damage. Would you invest X Factor killing this character? I feel like I would X Factor to kill this character. Now there's a chance to play.
Oh my god, Rock saving.
Dimensional / happy birthday-ing.
Was that a cross-up?
Okay, but ended up killing Virgil, and Strider survived. This is looking very scary for Von Doom. Dimension / mix-up on incoming. Okay. Ooh, this is looking scary. Virgil hits with their attack, but then just backs off and just taking some time. Strider gets back life as long as they're not summoned. And great use of high time as an anti-air. That was brilliant work there by Ancient Requiem. Taking a moment to think about things. Is the Spencer the decision? How do you feel about Spencer going in against Virgil?
I think the damage output definitely always worth it here.
It's also nice that when you see him activate swords, you can arm, as long as you're not in block stun and you're relatively close. So some of those things can be helpful, but Ooh, and the Hawkeye, so multiple shifts here. How do you feel about the 2-character shift on the team?
If you think you've got a good beat on the speed of your opponent, these 2 characters can do a wonderful job of honestly stealing games and or neutral opportunities. Let's see if that's the read, though.
Both of them are at 0 meter, which changes how both of these characters play substantially. Going away, and very good footsies by Ancient Requiem, summoning that Strider over, getting the teleport. Didn't get the kill on Spencer, though. Has another opportunity. Decides to invest the meter. I appreciate the meter investment, but we still have Doom Hawkeye in the back. S connects. Ancient
build a little bar here. Bend that little bar.
Has the advantage, gets the hit with Strider, but doesn't have a confirm off of it, and Von Doom gets that max distance crouching heavy, and this is going to be the end of Virgil. Let's see how much resources is needed. Ends up going for the Kiss of Fire, and now Doom versus Hawkeye, not the most pleasant matchup for Doom, as many people will let you know.
Oh, careful though.
Yeah, most of the times, and we see an aggressive Hawkeye going in there. Gets the Gimlet hit, but meter advantage on Ancient Requiem's side, but meter is not as good as having an alive character. Let's see if Doom goes down. Oh, it's even better. Get a very good decision to TAC there, makes a correct read for Von Doom, and is able to get the kill without spending meter, has resources in order to fight Strider.
Well, checking up the lows, this is a huge momentum shift. Von Doom just completely outplaying.
Getting that game on the board, and one game is the first part of 3 games. Do you think they can make their reverse 3-0 comeback?
Indeed I do. Once you push past your despair from the first 2 losses, nothing really holds you back if you think you can make it happen, and things are looking like they can happen.
And goes for the reset again.
Oh no! Never mind.
It's all part of the points. And going to get so many hits with the 80Ks, and this is the end of Virgil. Dr. Doom gonna come into the mix. Oh, missed what looked like multiple backwards planks, probably some parsec squiggliness, but sometimes it's how it goes. Went for the hard read with the angled slant grab.
Oh my god, into the catch! Soul read right there.
Yeah, they had just gone for the read and it didn't work, and then the second time they went for it, it was the correct decision. Don't get disincentivized from poking where you think someone will be just because one time they were not there. But Doom can definitely make this bad for Spencer. He's about to go down, probably needs to invest 2 meters. No,
barely. 50-50 with the Strider assist.
Good stuff. I recommend killing this character. Does not. Decides to go for the mix on incoming against Hawkeye. Gimlet needs X Factor? Oh, does not.
Looking for the DHC.
It's weird, because I feel like having Hawkeye in against Doom is pretty favorable, but I guess having the Hawkeye assist for Doom feels more natural for Von Doom's playstyle.
Or maybe just really wants that level 3 X Factor guaranteed.
Oh, getting close, but the time is going down, and that favors Von Doom because there's the life lead available. Very good job getting over the photons and getting that foot dive.
All up the Strider, this character can do it, and this is exactly how.
Orbs activated.
Left to right.
Oh, they got out once, they got out twice, they got out 3 times, but they needed to get out 4. And with that, it looks like Ancient Requiem is going to take it over Von Doom, but Von Doom adjusting to the different teams seemed like a really good decision, like it was working out for them. I think that was a good play, but then just didn't quite work out how they needed.
Them's the works, and sometimes a little parsec magic is such a problem, but hey, just another week of Marvel. 2 to 3 variation mix-up. Remora, on the other hand, a little bit more passive, sometimes with the Doom a little bit more defensive, but has a much more complex suite of mixes when he gets these hits. So both players have their set momentum game styles, and it's which one can actually get to it first.
And the contrast in between assists means that Yuli is favored in the close-up game because they have jam session, while Remora has the opportunity to start getting missiles on the screen and then accrue advantage and also potentially save himself from future bad situations. One of the things that's really important about how this match plays out is jam session destroys all the missiles, but only if you time it right. Oh, great block at first.
Wait.
But survives. Oh, so Genmo on both sides. Oh, Dante was almost in there, but not quite. Now missiles coming down. Substantial advantage to Yuli, except that Zero isn't hit stun. Okay, he's fine. But Dante is actually relatively injured right now. Manages to do his job despite his injuries.
Has to respect the missiles. Doom did get a big of a break, though. Remora, no bar, just has to sneak their way out. Luckily, confidence led to what they needed. Ooh. Sneaky little foot dive catches him on the head for a clobbering mid-screen. What's Remora doing? 50-50, goes for the adjusted.
That was nice. Yuli didn't end up advancing, guarding, and then the low block stun of Light let the cross-up hit. It was really nice, but still has Virgil and has been known to do many good things with Virgil.
50-50. Oh, that layered mix-up gets me every time.
But Remora also known to do good things with Virgil, and this time with Doom ends up killing off Virgil, going up 1-0 in this winner's finals of your Skypeia Winter Championship number 3. Ooh, okay, so start of round summons that jam session, but now Missiles gets on screen for Remora, giving them temporary advantage. And that jam session confirm is so good for Yuli here, gets the corner, going to be able to kill because they're 0, they always get to kill. Oh,
wait,
doesn't happen.
Said, things will sometimes happen with Yuli. They are very reliant on a, at times, inflexible route.
That
Bow
jump
catch?
H locked out of the jump H, willing to invest X Factor for 0. On Zero May Cry, how do you feel about investing X Factor to save 0 at the majority of his health?
On both of these teams, they kill so easily. If you think that will give you the neutral advantage and you'll be able to stick with it, do it.
Ooh, great
There's
block
just
by
not a lot
Remora.
of punish across these teams for losing X Factor like that.
Ooh,
Going it down again.
And now, Remora happy to invest his X Factor for something. In this case,
Oh
killing
no!
a-
It's fine. Remora's gonna hang 10 here.
And the dry tag to Virgil, a Yuli classic in action. But
Remora
Remora
just
knows how to
playing
fight.
the Doom
Virgil.
match.
Ooh, but this could be the end. Yuli has plenty of meter, is going to be able to activate swords. This is looking like the end of Doom, I think, for only one more bar.
I think Remora doesn't mind this if he spends this much bar and kills it mid-screen. There's a good chance that he can still pull this off.
Yeah, no X Factor for either player is kind of a big deal, because while while Zero always kills, Virgil likes having meter if he wants to be able to hit.
Sword did
And-
not protect there. Oh my god, spins the wheel and didn't get a good pattern on that one.
Ooh, Pixel 0, down to 0, Pixel 0. Okay, heavy advantage for Yuli with no X Factor on either side, but Remora knows how to do it with Virgil. Does huge damage to Dante as an assist as well. And round trip should just kill him, I think. Oh, not quite.
But did get a lot of bar back for that too. That's the concern whenever you play this character, is that you won't have the resources. Remora did find a little bit more resources there.
And with that, both of their Virgils are at relatively similar health, small amount of time on the clock, but Remora gets a hit. The time may not matter if he confirms this combo fully. Looking like it'll be the end of Virgil. Activate Spiral Swords, 1 washing machine, 1 round trip. No, not even risking a round trip, just a double washing machine.
Okay.
Also, I'm entertained. I'm entertained that our community has washing machine as the name for lunar phase. It's highly satisfying.
I think it's all a Yipesism first.
Probably, that makes a lot of sense. And this is going to be the end of Yuli 0. Not this time, but Remora doing so much off of the reset, killing off 0 anyways, and has almost another meter for Sogenmu out here.
And this is the momentum. Are we going to see one White Comet mix before the end of the set?
Gosh, coming down. This is going to be a scary death for Dante and a scary incoming
Looks like
for
it.
Virgil.
Which side is the White Comet striking? Missiles. Wow, Yuli actually anticipated. Nice.
Trip gets around. Oh, gets
I
around.
cannot believe that checked it.
No, just kill 0. Zero is a dangerous enough character that even as Dark Virgil, having one less time you need to mix is worth it.
Sword.
And now, or more, heavily favored because of that context now, but Yuli gets the hit, will be able to kill off Virgil, but now their X Factor's gone, and they're fighting Remora with more characters, and...
Ooh, that could have been a punish.
No, 0! summoning zero assist in that situation. Everything is now in Yuli's favor. It had been so tilted for Remora, but now this is looking like Yuli can
Do you
make
believe in the doom? Oh, that could have been a throw. Late touch could be a throw or a pickup here. Oh, Yuli's not going to be able to kill off this, I don't think, unless he... Yeah, has to go for the reset. They're not building any meter.
But Doom is at chip range now, which is serious to deal with.
Still one throw on anything. This could be a kill for Remora. Doom's powerful damage output, still a tool here.
Good patience by Ulysses.
Nice high time.
Great anti-air high time. Ooh, let's see. Yuli got a game on the board. They're making the adjustments. Oh, the zero call that led to his death wasn't intentional. It was a fat-fingered plink. I feel you're more, but let's see if the fingers have been a little bit thinner this next game.
Wow, defense. That was kind of insane. If that had fully connected, Yuli's, it's not an accident, it's just my next layer.
Ooh, so Genmu, is it going to take over? Yuli has the double buster, and now they have access to... Oh, great tag by Yuli, and gets the kill on zero. Is this the turnaround that Yuli needed?
What a block, what a block. Oh, he tried to go for the Pope mix-up, but the Pope mix-up outpoped the Pope mix-up.
Oh, God. Oh, X Factors and then gets hit. Worst outcome for Remora, but they still have their Virgil at full health in X Factor with 2 meters. Let's see which of those things remain true. Will Virgil go down here? I think that this is Yuli going to take it and tie it up 2-2. Is it going to be true, though? Or will it... 2-2 is here. It's fitting in a match with Virgil Anchors that the 2-2 mirror comes up. They're already rocking it from game 1, but we get to see it all the way through. Okay. Control with Buster. This time, Yuli was able to take control with it first, but then doesn't respect the missiles properly. Very unfortunate for Yuli. Now down a meter, giving a favorable situation to Remora.
Again, Yuli, no bar means no ability to pull out any instant options. This is where Remora can just slowly start the pressure.
Ooh, Rapid Slash doesn't end up confirming, so Genmu's available on both sides. The block is not possible. Going to do a lot of damage to Yuli, but doesn't get the kill. Also, both of their assists in second position are bleeding substantially, so losing zero is extra bad. That Doom's losing a good third of his life to red damage.
Good patience. How many layers can he block? He gets through all of them. This Doom is out. And there's a lot of chipping to be achieved just between these two characters. Keep tagging that assist and things will go well, but the assist tags you instead.
Ooh, the snap is there and...
He tried.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the right read, but Yuli was going for that meaty. It was not correct against the meaty, and Yuli ready to get this kill on Virgil. But I've seen Remora make comebacks with Doom. I think this is possible. Will it be his tonight, or is he gonna get caught by the upwards right Kosen? This is looking like the end of Remora, but not for this tournament, just for winner's side. And with that, Yuli moves on to the winner's side of Grand Finals, where I believe he's trying to defend his throne as a champion. Most characters don't have any tool that could contest Zero throwing out Buster, but if Nova has meter for Human Rocket, he could just kill Zero for doing it in a lot of situations. So it's curious to see how both players will be using their meter, what they'll be investing in, and how they decide to try and protect their assists as well. What do you think, Wizard Tim?
I mean, the most exciting thing is also just seeing what kind of teams Quack will play. Just because he's picked this team doesn't mean that'll be the only one he brings out. And really, No Life is a challenge that may require that.
No Life's challenge right now, finding the color palette that fits his desires. I'm excited to see this match. We have a variety of zeros in bracket right now, but let's see if Quack will be able to overcome these high tier characters. I feel like Nova is really one of the characters that has an even matchup against Zero. They both have things that mess each other up, and it looks like the first person to mess someone up is Quack. Let's see if they will be able to kill Zero off of this character. Spear Flame. The robot dies because he's low health. Great for Quack.
Ooh, couldn't quite get to the mix, but hey, that pressure is strong.
Beside TAC, let's see if it's going to be an infinite. I think that he's just going to foot dive and do some stuff. Snaps in Virgil. Oh, would UX here? Yes, indeed. Make sure that this man is dead. But how do you feel about No Life's Dark Dante? We've seen some Dark Dante come back, some really good Dante play by Yuli earlier today. Do you think the same Dante expertise is going to come through for No Life here?
I do. I just think these assists that are being backed with Nova, just not a great thing for Dante. Between Rocks and Shuma, you just have so little ability to escape, short of using Vortex each and every time.
I think that placing yourself is really important in this matchup, because if you could Thunderbolt things, you could kill assists very, very quickly in this. But no chance to figure that out because Dante is already dead. Not quite a P, but very close to it, because that match went amazingly for Quack. Both players thinking about it for a second. Quack's like, dang, that went nice. While No Life is like, that did not go nice. What do I need to adjust in order to kill off this Nova before he gets this momentum against my whole team? Ooh. Throwing some javelins. Going for air S's. And that's nice with the Mystic Ray, making sure to get on the opposite side while still having hitboxes so that it's not possible to shoot in the direction of Mystic Ray while still needing to deal with its hitbox.
But once again, these assists doing a wonder for making Nova just so airtight.
Both people getting in some scrambles here. The scaling here is hitting very hard, but the side TAC is going to take all of the meter away from No Life.
And still hit very hard.
Kills with the beam. Let's see, will Dante have a better life this time? I think we're going to see a snap here. We don't, because the S is not high enough to hit that. Ooh, there's been a lot of TACs, but this time to make sure the snap comes in with the Doom, the mix-up succeeds again, and it looks like Quack is just ready to fight No Life. No Life down to just his Dante again. How is he going to do it? Is he going to get a Helmbreaker? Will there be an air play into some confirm?
Has to get past Rocks first, and
it's a Helmbreaker. Okay, Acid Rain available. Dante is good when he has one incoming and he's in X Factor. This character can kill. Oh, he's making it so much harder on himself than he needs to be, and because of that, the combo drops. Is this fast enough to hit Shuma? It is, and still has X Factor damage, and going to be able to follow up.
Brutal. Oh no, the tiny body.
Follow up. Multi-lock? Okay. Okay, all part of the plan. Photons does a little bit of damage. One missile connects.
2 missiles.
Ooh, this is relatively close. There's still plenty of time on the clock, and great confirm off their play. No Life showing that the Anchor Dante could do the work, but misses with the Volcano. If he had made that at least be blocked, he could jump cancel and be okay, but it was a little out of range. Quack takes advantage for the kill.
And this very lethal Zero just hasn't had a lot of time to play this entire 2.
Oh, got the happy birthday, but didn't quite get the confirm they desired, and gets dolphin kicked. This may be the end of Zero. I think that it will require investing a resource.
Tried to go for a reset, did not work the way I wanted, but oh, that's a lot of damage on the assist.
Got the hit on Zero, decided to invest instead in hitting the Virgil assist more, but that means Zero is alive, and because Zero is alive, there needs to be a lot more fighting and potentially challenging situations.
Wow, he got a pickup?
And do you think the snap to Virgil's coming? It is.
Nice throw. To find your outs, and sometimes you have to make them. No Life is capable of both.
investing that X Factor where it does the job. Oh no, the lunar phase dropped there. That was so unfortunate for No Life, and now is going to need to go through some guesses. 0 dies as a side factor. Good block on the overhead.
He slid underneath it. That's crazy.
Oh, got the hit but not the confirm, and now this is looking very possible for either player. Went for the human rocket punch. Is going to still have the character. Potential happy birthday? No, ends up being a one character hate, but this is definitely possible for No Life to make it happen. Is this the beginning of the 3-0 comebacks, Tim?
Yep, now you have them at your mercy. Everything can be a mix, specifically with this character. Let's see what he can do once he starts to get some incomings.
That was a great jam session summon because No Life teleported up to super jump height with from the ground state. He had access to his assists and was able to summon jam session to protect the opposite direction while he held down.
But that photon array got both of them. Stopped the pressure and put Dante at No Life. For No Life.
And that is a 3-0 for the Quack, meaning that they will move on to Learners semifinals where they fight Ancient Requiem. That'll be an incredibly hype match, and I believe that means they're staying on, and we're going to be calling Requiem up to the set. Whichever is closest, then adjust, because that makes it so you could get things consistent in a smaller period of time. And that means you get to play more Marvel, which is the best part. Oh, and it looks like we're having the Magneto Doom Phoenix come out against the Virgil Doom Strider. Quack wants to make this one that takes out the characters, but I think this is actually potentially challenging because both Virgil and Strider are quite good against Phoenix. And that is part of why going to kill off this Phoenix very quickly and then leave just Doom Magneto, but Doom and Magneto, both very powerful point characters, especially for Quack.
Oh. This is a great start again. Magneto definitely can be an anchor, but I'm not sure how practiced Quack is.
Oh, the photon from the heavens! That was able to give Quack the opportunity to kill off Virgil exactly as desired, and has the meter lead, which allows him to do certain things in neutral, which are pretty helpful. But it looks like the life lead being available for a Requiem and having Striders, that dark anchor in the back, is looking very threatening. Who do you feels at advantage right now?
I think we're at break even. Meter is very close, health's very close, X Factor both players. But the thing of like Quack is that if he did any of these options more than once, you'd see them coming. But he just has an endless quantity of one-offs that you've never seen or don't remember.
Ooh, got caught by the photon. And the longer this goes, the better it is for Requiem because their assist is more injured and getting back more red life.
Also, just building bar for Strider is a little bit different than building bar for Doom. Different criteria of character.
Both of them playing very defensively, not trying to approach, happy to play from a distance from one another. Oh, and the disruptors were over the top of Doom's head. But disruptor into gravity squeeze was on point. Now it's all up to Strider. Do you think that this incoming mix-up's gonna cook him?
Has to. Mix like you never mixed before because the storm will come. Oh, what a throw. Has X2.
And with that, Quack is going to take the first game over Ancient Requiem, trying to make it into the Learners Finals of this tournament. But Ancient Requiem was doing some good stuff. Let's see if they can make the adjustments needed to get beyond killing the Phoenix and kill the Doom and the Magneto as well.
Okay, takes a quick second to catch their breath. You know, struggles like that, specifically a huge momentum shift, can sometimes get to you, so cool yourself down and be ready. Because Requiem almost did take that.
And looks like Magneto managing to corner Virgil, but doesn't have the confirm they desire. It just hits the mix-up afterwards. That is going to potentially be the end of Virgil. Does not get the kill. And we've seen that letting Requiem Virgil survive is a dangerous decision.
Just lets the Maynard go.
The chip was enough to kill Virgil. Great investment there by Quack. Ooh, hits the Strider, but at what cost? Do you think that this is going to be the end of Magneto, or snap into Phoenix, or what's going on? I think the end of Magneto, my gosh. Yep. And now there's only 1 in 90%, like, almost 2? Oh no, Quack just uses the meter.
When a Phoenix team is low on bar, sometimes just going to X Factor and killing the team quickly is more efficient because there's just no opportunity for them to build any.
Wow, that Phoenix assist worked out so well for being summoned into Strider with orbs on. It seemed like everything had the possibility.
Can't do that twice. Not even Legion stinks that much.
Good stuff to Ancient Requiem, made the adjustments and punished Quack for being a little loose with his Phoenix summons into dangerous situations. But Quack happily going back in doesn't seem like the type of player to get overwhelmed by something going wrong. Maybe gets hit by this Virgil though, and the immediate snap happens again.
Alright, disrespecting until you don't. Yep. It's worth it when you kill an assist character to spend all of your Phoenix cash.
Definitely. Good decision making by Quack, and now Requiem's going to have to do this, but also does have Virgil still, so it's not like they're out of strong anchors and also strong anti-Phoenix tools.
Something about Virgil, they actually do build a lot of bar for those they hit. So if you're not careful, you may just put them where they need to be. It's the casualty of how he likes to chip.
It is true, but Phoenix is pretty far from the meter right now, and the missiles let Quack connect. This is going to be the end of Virgil, and doesn't even require 2 meters. This is going to be incredibly favorable for Quack now. Oh, decides to bring in Phoenix for the mix.
Confidence. Confidence rewarded.
Okay, are they gonna go for the infinite? Yes, indeed. Hits it on Parsec. Good stuff to the Quack. Has level 3 available.
Yeah, just X Factor Foot dive level 3, please.
I like that decision. When you're like, hey, there's an easy guaranteed way to kill their last character, do the easy guaranteed way to kill their last character. Don't make it harder on yourself than it needs to be. Okay, and that's Quack up 2-1, but we've seen that Requiem has the skills that they need to make this happen. They'll just need to find another opportunity, and they use their meter, but do they get enough pressure out of it? Quack managed to survive it with only losing about 1/3 of their life.
I said, when you get Virgil chipped, you do get a good amount of bar. So, very optimal loss of 1/3.
That is a blessing we have in Marvel 3 that was not present in Marvel 2. In Marvel 2, if you blocked, you built no meter, including, so you couldn't get chipped from 100% to 0, and you would be at the starting bar still. It was sadness.
Shout out to the Sentinel get hit by things you want to get hit by strategy.
Yes, building on fly was important. But, ooh, Virgil here, getting the judgment cut on Phoenix. That was scary, but she gets back her life real quick. It'll be fine. Quack is being very liberal with their Phoenix summons, and gets caught on the other side here. Is there going to be a
one
snap?
opportunity for the snap. If they go for it.
Building more meter here for Phoenix. She is going to be pretty close to it. I think the hit needs to be very immediate in order to, like, get her...
Oh no, Quack! Quack let it go a little early on that one.
And with that, this is going to be... Oh, the healing field makes it take so much more of a combo, but not enough to keep Ancient Requiem from tying it up 2-2.
And Quack just wanting to keep it to his drum. No one else plays like Quack, and that's what he likes.
Ooh, this is a good start from Ancient Requiem. Has the hit on Magneto. Doesn't have meter yet. Let's see if they end up investing in the snap. As soon as it's built, invests in the hit and has the hit on
again.
Phoenix. This is looking really good.
It's not a factor.
Ancient Requiem made the adjustments and it has been working out. The Phoenix is dead, Doom is in a scary situation, but there is no meter available for a Requiem at this point. Oh, if they had gotten their X there, they could have potentially just won the game. Here they may still just win the game. Activate Spiral Swords to try and control randomness.
Actually manages to call out that Virgil.
But now, severe advantage for Ancient Requiem. They have all three of their characters alive, have enough bars to put on the swords, manage to get a hit on Doom as an assist, which leaves him bleeding. Ooh, great job for Quack, both hitting the assist and avoiding the missiles.
And this canceling out a lot of the options from Virgil, but ooh, the Helm Breaker. Ooh, a little blessing there. Strider tracking failed.
Spiral Swords is fast enough, but oh no, he was too tall and got caught by the highest photon. Well, Quack could still make this happen. Doom's bleeding for Requiem, and Virgil leaves the Pixel of Doom alive, but Pixel Doom can still support Magneto.
The rock save.
Great use of rocks to protect, and now Doom loses 80% of his life out there. This is now looking very possible for Quack.
Oh, what a defensive jab!
And with
Magic
that,
Pixel Doom. It's possible, but it's not likely.
gets the photons. Oh, the photon caught him out of it. That was very unfortunate for Quack. And
Runner
with
gun.
that, Ancient Requiem taking down the Quack in order to eliminate him from this tournament. Great work to Quack, but Requiem working to fight Remora? Oh my gosh, this is going to be a fight in between some excellent players. So how do you feel about the Quack versus Requiem? Well, that's rough, Quack. I understand that sometimes Parsec is kind, and a lot of the times Parsec is not kind.
Let's see. Kindness to both players spending all of their bar. Which investment will pay off?
Oh, nice block by Remora, because that was both a mix in that was it a TAC or not, but then additionally, was it left or was it right? Great stuff on the defense by Remora, great stuff on the mix by Requiem.
And, I mean, Strider alleviates it a bit, but this team, Clockwork, definitely has an issue with playing with meter and overall being broke.
Okay, the sad thing is that even with 20% of Virgil, Remora can still do this.
It's not like, oh, block in time? No.
With that, Ancient Requiem taking a very dominant first game against Remora. Ooh. Good air dash back by Remora, managing to avoid things, manages to bait the meter use out of Requiem while still having a bar themselves, now at a substantial advantage. Oh, almost had to confirm off of missiles there. Virgil losing a decent amount of life in these exchanges, but Zero's taking some hits too by Plasma Beam. Good use of wall jump to avoid some of the chip. Now meter advantage. Oh, did not get the confirm, but can potentially kill Doom. Raw tagging feels like a good idea, but then a lot of the time, the better the player is, the more likely they'll be able to either react to it or anticipate it and punish. But Strider's left in here. How do you feel about leaving Strider on against Zero?
I think it's a risk. Though the tools can line up, you just have no ability to suffer chip, and Zero gives you a lot of chip.
Oh, is this enough to command dash in with Buster? No, but Strider is eating all of the chip. His life is too low for this. He manages to get out. So Requiem keeping his full team alive, but
I would stop calling this assist, though.
Photon catches. Invest doesn't even need to X Factor, uses the Devil trigger to get the confirm. Doesn't kill the character, please kill Zero. I recommend to anyone in chat, if you have the choice of killing Zero, kill Zero. It will make your life easier. But Remora very happy that his Zero was not killed. Because of it, he's going to make sure that this Virgil dies, and then Doom eats a scary incoming mix-up. Remora knows what to do here. Oh, and really good blocks by Requiem, but only for so long. The snap is real.
Wow. That is to hang on and find a gap there.
Oh, this will catch teleport. X Factor available for the punish. This is the end of Strider. Do you think a Virgil comes in? No, leaves Doom in for the mix.
Good defense on that assist, thankfully. Remora almost taking a big hit there, but it's all his turn.
Playing excellently. Even though that other game went so well to Ancient Requiem, Remora always able to make the adjustments. Ties it back up 1-1. Ooh, gets the hit on Zero, but doesn't get the full confirm, and because of that, needs to go back to neutral now with a substantial meter disadvantage, and about to be a character disadvantage.
Oh no.
No character disadvantage.
Got to be a little stylish there. Okay, here's the conditioning.
Unblockable setup? Yeah, you're done if you touch the ground. But it looks like
You're done if you don't touch the ground either.
They did dodge the ground, but instead
White
died
Comet
in the
incoming.
air. Oh my gosh. The White Comet of Lightning was doing a little bit much there, and because of that, Dr. Doom likely to die. Do you think the snap set coming again?
You got cross behind, I think missiles. No, first hit.
And Strider, not the character known for surviving combos. He is little, which sometimes help him fall out. Oh my gosh!
Commenter's curse.
But Strider hits with the Vajra. Great stuff here by Requiem. Manages to get the hit here on Zero. Is Zero
Clever
dead?
combo though.
Okay, has access to orbs. And a hit. Will be able to Ragnarok. Oh no, drop the combo into immediate pickup.
That's what we call equity.
There is no equity in a world where Virgil exists. But fortunately, we live in a world where Virgil only exists in a game, but he is a threat here, still has X Factor, and uses it to get around Strider's normal. Brilliant stuff here from Remora. Ooh, the pressure is real. X Factor's gonna run low soon, but has access to this meter, gets the round trip, but doesn't quite get the confirm. Immediate follow-up is worth it, but this is very possible for Requiem.
Remora just needs to hold back and calling Doom a little.
Yes. And he's just holding back in general. He uses the
Kubota escape.
And very good stuff in avoiding interaction when it's risky. Let's see how they both approach this.
Yeah, managed to put up just a bit of a buffer, so they finally have enough HP to call missiles safely.
Wow, high time hit and missiles hit, everything working out for Remora there. Now up 2-1. That first game went so well for Requiem, but Remora has just made the adjustments, playing cleaner, and also not getting blown up immediately for things. Yeah, not getting blown up, only injured.
Missiles, thankfully.
There's been so many situations here where Requiem is winning neutral, but then isn't getting to turn that into a dead character, and that is so devastating against Zero. Still at a life lead, but the meter deficit can be pretty real.
Yeah, Zero missiles is a grindy shell sometimes.
And great Hadangeki and Footsie caught Virgil out of movement, going to be able to eliminate him, I think, meterless here. And with that, Remora in a situation to make it back into Grand Finals. There is X Factor and Strider, however. You think the snap's coming again?
I think there's a snap coming. Goes for the mid-screen. Get ready. Just swings out of it. Risky, but it paid off.
Oh, and great cross up there. It looks like Remora wasn't ready for it. Brings in Virgil. Gets the hit on him, but doesn't confirm it. Doesn't confirm it twice.
Oh, respect, swords up, tries to stop.
Oh, and do they have an opportunity? Gets the hit, but doesn't have the confirm on Virgil. Virgil still gets to be alive. Virgil may not be alive. This is looking pretty possible. TAC. The TAC is to the side, but another TAC is gone for.
Missiles.
Pixel Virgil survives. And goes for the mix. Maintains pressure. Photons is going to clear out Virgil, and it does damage to Doom. Looking very possible for either player, but looking really good for Requiem.
Don't count out this Doom yet, though. We've seen this everyone else's team make comebacks with this character.
Got the photons, but still needed to block Vajra. Very scary. Ooh, almost had the satisfying late punish of the put dive on put dive.
Same brain cell twice there.
Oh, and it looks like a lazy boss got a clip of the Kubota escape, so if you want to see that highlight again from Remora playing well and on point, let's do it. But Requiem on point now, immediately rematching, and now we're on game point. Remora did not go back to character select. He often does it if it's on the final potential game for him. Oh, maybe that character select would have been good because it looks like Requiem is getting this first bit of pressure and gets the side TAC to take Zero's meter away too. Do you think we're going to have an infinite here?
That was a little far away. I was wondering if there was an adjustment to get back into the corner. Didn't pull it off.
Strider has definitely been a problem even when snapped. Oh, the confirm
Still gets the
one.
pickup.
Do you think the snap's happening a second time even though he doesn't have a bunch of meter to work with? I think so.
Zero always has a bunch of meter to work with.
You're right. He's back up to 1 already. Happy to keep snapping if that has the possibility of winning him the game. How does Requiem handle this? Handles it with their raw tag, but
oh my god, that last missile, Tyrone.
Oh my gosh, Tyrone, why were you so on Requiem's side? I guess Requiem must have done something nice for Tyrone, invited him to a nice barbecue or something. But
always invite your large detonating warheads to barbecues. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be good to your community. If your community happens to include hidden missiles, you still need to be good to them. But looks like Devil Trigger activating here. Gets the round trip and the confirmation off of it. Rising Sun was not the choice there, but this is going to be active fast enough to punish, and that means it's potentially the end of Remora's Virgil. Ancient Requiem working to make this like the first game. Takes Virgil out. Dr. Doom coming in. Has X Factor available.
Okay, survives the chip. Is there a gap?
And no more meter. Oh! Gets the hit on Virgil. Remora can do this. I have confidence in his capability. But Ancient Requiem does have 2 characters. Will either of them be able to get a single hit on Doom? Doom will.
Believe.
Strider.
Do we believe? Oh, the throw.
The double jump was on point, got the throw at just the right time, and made it work. And the reward that Requiem gets for being good on that double jump,
I think is going to be the key here.
I think, as I always say, it's going to be meter management. These teams are incredibly hungry and just pump damage off any bar they get. But that also leads to bankruptcy problems, which suffers more on Team Clockwork than Zero, who can usually build a lot before he has to go into the lightning loops. But if you overcommit with a Clockwork team, you might have nothing on the back or front because of how hungry Strider and Virgil can be.
and the amazing striped polka dots writes in chat, you better predict now, because if you don't, you're done. You're not going to be able to get some channel points off of this. This is going to be potentially the end of Strider, though. That's one of the sad things in this game, is getting a character to 5% life and killing them are entirely different things, and not killing Zero ended up coming back to bite Requiem hard and getting rid of their anchor.
Got caught. I got caught too.
Ooh, and this hit on Virgil will be able to kill with only a minimal investment of resources. This is looking good. How do you feel about Requiem's Doom coming in against this full team? They do have full meter and X Factor 3.
It's all about this first black, or things get bad.
The block was there. X Factor's real. Throwing out the photons forces the level 1 X Factor out of Yuli, which is very helpful because it has the least duration of the X Factors. Already almost done, while the majority of Requiems is still available. Oh, but Yuli is doing a great job of running out the rest of that X. Going to have the 3-character team two-character team advantage, but needs to get an incoming mix. The incoming mix was real. Do you think that Dante and Virgil are going to be able to make this work? I've been really impressed with Yuli's space control tonight with Dante. Like, it hasn't just been Zero and Virgil running the show. He's played very consistently with Dante in relatively defensive ways that have been rewarding in all of his matchups.
There was a problem for a little with his Dante, but he's worked so hard over the year ironing out all the issues, and this is the powerful new Dante that we see.
Okay, back to the character select. Okay, start of round. Do you think either of them are going to want to be exactly next to each other and mashing buttons? Yuli wants to hold forward.
But Requiem, a little bit more of a stone-cold kind of player. Likes to build a little space if they can help it, but they know how to play under pressure.
And great helm breaker. That's one of the things that works well under pressure. Oh no! But doesn't have the
Got a little
desired
fancy.
Yuli doing the correct reset for how that dropped is going to be able to kill off Virgil, has X Factor advantage, looking like they're in a very good place here against Ancient Requiem. Ooh, the lightning hits. This is going to potentially be the end of Dr. Doom. Yuli just so on point with making their confirms into exactly what they need to be. Okay. How do you feel about Dark Strider when he doesn't have X Factor available? Because I think his neutral for getting hits is there, but he is going to need to hit this team like 6 times in order to get the
too much health.
Even though these are all pretty squishy characters, Strider, they need to be squishier. He needs one of those things made out of gelatin.
Everybody becomes Thor when you fight them with Strider.
I mean, that just means they're all worthy, right? They could lift Mjolnir, so fighting Strider makes you worthy of lifting Mjolnir and getting all the health you need.
But speaking of everything I need, Yuli is so close to sitting in that final podium, holding that bottle of champagne, but there still is a competitor in the ring.
Requiem trying to make sure that doesn't happen. They want that bottle of champagne and are going to get rid of Zero for it, but Virgil still exists. Dimension Slash on incoming. Great defense by Requiem so far. Got in there in time. How? Had the like low hit box from the spiral swords. Gets the hit here on Doom. It looked so good for Requiem at the beginning of the match, but really making it look so bad for them so swiftly. Do you think Strider could survive? He does have 3 meters.
Not this time.
And
that is a crown.
Speaking of 3 meters, 3 championships, it is Yuli with the 3-peat, taking their 3rd Skypeia Winter Championship Series and becoming your grand finalist to take it this day, and the best player of the night. But we've seen great play out of all the folks this evening. Great stuff to, especially your top 3.
Incredible stuff by both players there. Requiem making a really impressive run tonight. Yuli just incredibly solid, just proving to be the immovable object that no one can quite seem to conquer, winning once again out of winners tonight. Great stuff to Yuli. Thank you for showing us how it's done. Great stuff to Requiem. That's just a tough matchup too, Zero into Clockwork. Great stuff to Remora. Thank you for contributing to everything that you contribute. Great stuff to A Lazy Boss for holding it down with me. We really appreciate everyone who's come through tonight. Thank you to Isa Sarah and Wizard Tim for holding it down on comms. We are going to get out of here, but it's been an incredible night of Marvel, and I, for one, am blessed to be...